All right, what do we got here? That seems a little quiet. Okay. Who's in the house today, this afternoon? Actually, let's do this, first of all. I think I might have fixed my audio problems, finally. So let's see about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that sounds a lot better. It's going to be a little quieter than it was before, but that's okay. That works too. All right. Rye Guy 911, good to see you, man. Captain Keelhauler, good to see you, man. ESG Gaming, welcome aboard. Fred R21, welcome aboard. Chemo, welcome aboard. Hex Load, 54321, that's right. Lost Kiwi, hey, good to see you, Lost Kiwi. Uberbot, welcome aboard, man. Eccentrics in the house. So is Ben M. Flight. Duck Meister's here. Thanks for the host, Hexload. Contaminator TV. Well, Contaminator TV. Welcome aboard. Oh, man. Landing Perfect Daniel. Welcome aboard. Black VQ. Welcome aboard. Bruce 767. Welcome aboard. Mr. Bo Andre's in the house. So is FSE Tony B. So is Quantidin. Welcome aboard, guys. Rasmus Johansson's here. So is Eccentric. I think I already said hello to Eccentric. I think I saw Peter Gray in here. Yes, I did. Z Walla, welcome aboard. Jay Patel, welcome aboard. The Ford M, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Cart Thorns here. All right, go to the bottom to see who I missed. Crazy Diamond, welcome aboard. Crazy, good to see you, man. Skipper Zach, welcome aboard. I think that's just a little bit. Yep, do a little bit of that right there. See how that goes. PHG, welcome aboard. Happy Saturday today. Yes, today's Saturday. PHG, I'm ready for me to sell myself on this plane, man. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Peter Brown, too, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Rory Hen, welcome aboard. Bruce, I already said hello to Bruce, but good to see you, Bruce. Chevy, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, and thank you for the host. Pilot Nick, 777's in the house. So is G-Man. First stream at a normal time for the English. I know. I planned it that way. Actually, I didn't feel like streaming yesterday, so that's why we're here today. Joe Nurse is good to see you, man. SK331, welcome aboard. Explain Master, I hope we give some good reasons. Andrew GGGGG02, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. All right, what do we got to do here to get going? We got a plane. We got some company, it looks like, too. Okay. I got my charts. I got my flight plan file. I got my airplane. We got our friend over there. Who is our friend? Let's cheat and find out. Anonymous, of course. I could probably figure out who that is. Good morning, DVA. Good to see you, man. SSFFSS, welcome aboard. Samuel Rocks, good to see you. M. DePole, good morning to you as well. Good afternoon at this point, actually. 12:16 here in the U.S. Yeah, Peter says he's got his failures ready to go. Oh, man. I'm excited to be here. Lost Kiwi, thanks for the host, buddy. Trucker Lee, happy Saturday, welcome aboard. All right, let's see here. So I've been playing with my audio. I think I figured out why I was clipping so bad. Now we just gotta, like, it's those are a little high. So I'm still gonna be messing around with stuff a little bit today. Trying to get things tweaked a little better and whatnot. But yeah, I spent about 3 hours this morning working on that. And it just was a matter of adjusting levels and sort of getting things to behave properly. Clocky180 says good morning from Florida. Good morning from Boston. It's it's freaking sunny outside. It's actually a really nice day. FPVT Wiggy, welcome aboard. 12:16 and just woke up, says Rye Guy. Well, lucky you, man. A Woods, good to see you, man. Captain Keelhauler, I already said hello to you, but hello again. I should get into radio. Yeah, well, I think my job pays a little better than radio. We'll try to make, we'll take the radio and maybe try to make it for the YouTube side. Plus, it's early in the morning. It's early in the morning. My voice always sounds better first thing in the morning, too. Well, afternoon or whatever. I've been up for like 5 hours already, but who's counting? All right. Let's go ahead and turn the music off here. Let's get this thing going. Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard. It's good to see you. Happy Saturday. Yeah, so I was kind of dead. I had a really long week. I had a really busy week. I was on vacation for 2 weeks, and then I came back, and like I just had a lot of stuff going on this week. So that's why I didn't stream last night. But I figured out of that, we can sort of have a nice European-friendly time to come out here and check this plane out. Now, a couple caveats. This is the SSG E-170 Evolution by SSG. So a couple caveats about this. First of all, I haven't actually done a full flight in this plane. All I've done is turned it on. I'm relying on the fact that I have flown other Embraers and I have flown many other aircraft and sort of understand how aircraft work to try to get me through this one. But it goes without saying that there will be probably some issues, and they will probably be pilot-induced, and I'm going to do things wrong. So that out of the way. I should also note that I was given this plane as a review copy for free, so take my opinion as you will, because I haven't actually bought it. That out of the way. I'm actually really looking forward to this plane. I really enjoyed the 747 that SSG did. It had its flaws. It had its issues. You know, there were some frame rate problems. The textures maybe weren't the best, but it had a pretty good FMC in it. The system's modeling as a whole was fairly well done, and I think it was a really, really, really good plane. And so when I saw that they were making an Embraer 170, I'm like, yes, like that's gonna be really fun. And I am very excited about having this plane. I actually reached out to them many, many months ago saying, hey, I'd like to help you guys, you know, maybe do some publicity and sort of talk about this thing as it comes out. Nah, they just released it. So, you know, whatever. I know there's been some mixed reviews about this. I've heard good things from Embraer pilots. I've heard bad things from other people. I've heard good and bad things sort of all around. So I'm honestly not really sure what to expect. I think as a whole, it's going to be an okay product. I know that there are some issues with frame rates and sort of things like that. And in my testing, I definitely noticed that myself. I was polling on my normal way of testing coming into an airport or testing my frame rates and sort of all that stuff is to put myself on a 10-mile final into LAX and just see what happens. And when I did that with this plane, I was getting between 25 and 32 frames per second, which is a little bit lower than I would like, but not terribly unacceptable. As we're sitting here right now, I know you can't see it, but I could tell you that earlier the frame rate sitting here was between 45 and 50. So there are, like, it is a little heavier on the frames, but, you know, whatever. That's just sort of, everybody has their own thing with that. So let's get this thing going. We're sitting out here outside. Let's, once again. Yep, okay. So this is the SSG E-170. Yeah, the Embraer, you know, there's not a lot going on with the Embraer cockpits. The pictures I've seen, the models that I've seen, the other people that have flown this thing, like, this thing may not look the best, but I think it's actually kind of accurate to what what Embraer actually does. Like, they don't really have a whole lot going on. They're kind of plain Jane cockpits. One thing I will note is that there's this guy right here, the adjustments display. I don't know if there's anything even up here in the real plane, but this is how they're handling all of the settings and preferences and controls and sort of things like that. So as we're sitting here, I'll show you, yes, there's a yoke. Yes, it moves around. It looks like an Embraer yoke, and we're going to turn it off. Just like that. All right, because the yoke's in the way, and I don't like it there. And let's just try to see if we can turn this thing on. As a whole, this plane, like, these planes aren't super complicated to get going. They're kind of like Airbuses, but I think even simpler. So you basically just run across the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to put everything into, like, auto and all that stuff. And like I said, I'm not following any procedures. We're just kind of doing what we can here. So the battery, when it goes to on, battery 2 goes to auto. That's good. We'll leave all the fuel pumps where they're at. We'll arm the emergency exit lights. We'll turn on the no smoking sign. What is that? Sterile? Yeah, okay. No, I don't want to be sterile. No. We're not going to be sterile today. Bad, no sterile. We don't need the dome light on. We'll leave the cockpit lights where they're at. Second panel looks good. Third panel, we'll go ahead and turn the APU on. So we just knock that over. You don't have to hold it or anything. There's a little, like, thing that holds it for you and then lets it go. So that's going to come on. Ooh, that's a little bit loud. Actually, that's not too bad. Nav, strobe light, red beacon we'll leave on. Logo light will turn on. Nose, side, inspection we can leave off. Those lights we can leave off. The hydraulics we'll leave in the auto position. Actually, we'll turn this pump to on because why the hell not? Windshield heating 1 and 2. We'll bring the windshield heats on. We'll leave the ice protection off. We will turn on the APU bleed. We'll crank on the cross bleed. Actually, you know what? We'll turn on the APU bleed in one of the packs. And the recirc fan can come on. And passenger oxygen, we'll leave that alone. So that's the overhead panel. We're happy with that. Actually, we're not quite happy with that. APU gen comes on, and now we should start seeing things should start happening. I think. Let's see here. What do we got? We got an APU that's 100%. We don't have any power, though. AC bus 1, APU gen bus. Oh, the buses are off. Open the buses. Open them. Do I need to reset these? I don't know. Maybe it's going to take a second for this thing to come online. Virus is aligning. Why isn't the power coming on? The APU's on, right? Boy, we're off to a real good start here. I think this will just come on. This did come online for me earlier. It just took... There it goes. There we go. It just takes some time. You gotta be patient, they say. Be patient. Okay, so we're sitting on the ground at Santa Barbara. The weather is improving. Actually, the weather's not too bad right now. The weather was pretty bad earlier. I chose Santa Barbara because I know that there's some Oshkosh stuff that's happening in Santa Barbara, so we might see some emergencies or some other planes coming in. But also because I haven't flown out of Santa Barbara in a while. Yeah, so we're in Santa Barbara. We're flying up to Vegas for our first flight. And then for the second flight, we'll figure out where we go from there. I probably only have time for 2 flights today, unfortunately. But we will learn how to talk in the English language. Get my notebook out here. We're flying as Compass CPZ Compass 717 today. Because if you look on the outside of this livery, once I can figure out how to make this thing work, it says operated by Compass Airlines. And Compass may not run a route like this. They probably don't, but whatever. So we're CPZ 717, and we're going to be Santa Barbara to Las Vegas. Craft. Good there. Let's see. We're going to grab the airport charts. Airport chart for Santa Barbara here. And we're going to give clearance a call up. Clearance is 132.9er. And I think that the only way to manipulate the radios is through the FMC here, which is kind of bizarre. But there's a radio button. There's FMC menu buttons and all that kind of stuff. But I think this is the, like, I don't think there's actual knobs and dials and gizmos for the radios. Which is kind of weird. But, you know, whatever. It's a new age aircraft, I guess. Whatever. 132.65. Or no. 132.9er. Put that. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. 132.900. Okay. And then, okay, so there we go. And now, oh, they're already transmitting.
Fox Airport this morning.
For 10678, Whiteman ground rate 30 taxi via Alpha
Boy, Peter's
Echo.
going to be real excited. He gets to hear himself.
Via Alpha Echo 68.
Okay, so we're Compass 717. We're going to be IFR to Las Vegas. And I think we have a flight plan filed. Yes, we do. Let's get a nice shot of the plane here. Santa Barbara clearance. Good morning. Compass 717 IFR to Las Vegas.
Compass 717, Santa Barbara clearance. Good morning. Clear to the Las Vegas for the KSAN International Airport. Quang 5 departure. Xena transition minutes filed. Maintain 3000. Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 2541.
Clear to Las Vegas McCarran Airport. Quang 5 departure. Gina transition is filed. 3000 on departure, 310 within 10. Departure 120.55, squawk 2541, Compass 717.
Compass 717, read back correct.
Okay. That was easy. So transponder is right here. That's going to be 2541. Whoops. Interesting. 2541. And that's okay. So that's going to be mode C and all that good stuff. But we'll leave that off for the time being. All right, so let's pop in down here. Let's figure out how to do this. I literally have done nothing. All right, so ref airport KSBA. Don't crash. Don't crash on me. Okay, good. And the route, we're going to fly KSBA to KLAS. And like I said, there's things that probably won't be right here because I haven't actually flown this yet. But we'll be okay. We go to the route page. We go to the, where's the next page? The next page right there. And from, actually we'll go to, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm already lost. I don't know how to get to the procedures page. Oh man, I really should have done more with this. Well, I'd just turn the stream off right now if I were you guys. How do I, like, okay. Radio team, nope, that's not going to be it. That's not going to be it. So it's got to be here. How do I get procedures? Oh boy. There has to be a way to get procedures. Has to be somewhere. Oh, there it is. Departure. All right, okay. Let's see what we're looking at here. All right, so what do we do here? We went to the nav index page. We hit the departure button, and there are no SIDs listed, probably because we haven't picked a runway yet. Winds at Santa Barbara are currently variable 3 knots. I'm going to assume that we get 2.5 then, because that's pretty standard here. Quang 5. Gina transition, that's good. And then hit route data, that puts it into the route, and we should be able to go to the flight plan. Ah, yes, there we go. Now it's showing up. Okay, back to the nav page. Hit the arrival button. We're coming in on the KEPIC 3. KEPIC 3 Daggett transition, and we're going to plan for, let's see here, 18016 or 18011 gust 16. We're going to probably plan for an ILS or plan for an approach into the 19s. Actually, look at this, dude. Vegas is like MVFR right now. 5 mile visibility haze, scattered clouds 4,000. So let's think about what's going to happen here. So we know we're going to come into Vegas in the 19s. We could probably plan for the RNAV GPS runway 19er, probably from Lapen would be my guess. So that's what I'll plug in here. RNAV 19 right. Yep, 19 right. And RNAV 19. Why do I seem to have lost all of my stuff? Okay. RNAV 19 right, KEPIC, Daggett. Okay, all that good stuff. We're good there. By flight plan, make sure this all looks good. There's a discontinuity. Bring you up there. And good there, good there. We've got... Oop, okay, we'll leave. Actually, we'll break that discontinuity there as well. I'm sure we won't get that far. So we have altitudes. We have speed. That's all great. Okay, that's good. So now we're going to go to the perf. I'm assuming the perf page. Okay. All right, menu. Go to the perf page. Climbing 280.7. Great. Okay, we're just going to go with that. All right, so we're going to climb at 280 knots, 0.74. What perf modes do we have? Or what does this do? I'm just going to start pushing buttons, and that's going to be a real big problem. So we're going to climb at 280 knots, 7.4. We're going to descend at 290 knots at 7.7. Take off. We're going to take off flaps configuration 2. That's going to give us V1 120. Actually, you know what? We shoot. We didn't put people in fuel. We did not put people and fuel in the airplane. How much gas do we need, guys? 2.5 hours? Yeah, that's good. Actually, I think we could do that over here. Option 2. Payload preset. I don't know. 90% of the people. This is supposed to be in pounds. 9% of the people. 0 fuel weight 54,000. Blah, 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 blah. Set the payload. And for the gas, FMC says we need 4,200 pounds of fuel. So we will go with a lot less than that. Interesting. So FMC predicts that. Defuel down to 4,279. I'm not sure that I trust 4,279. Hang on a second. I'm gonna manually select this fuel, and we're gonna set it for 6,000. Nope. I'm gonna manually select this fuel, and we're gonna set it for around 6,000. Yeah, hit that button right there, and then we'll defuel. All right, so get me down to 6,000 pounds. It's gonna be about 3,000 each wing. That still seems really low, guys. That seems incredibly low. As in, unless it's putting 6,000 in each wing. No, it's going to actually go all the way down to 6,000. I don't think that's quite right. Let's let it do its thing, though. We'll let it do its thing, and then we'll go from there. Cobra MJR, good to see you, man. Blasphemous Bear, welcome aboard. Peter Loki, good to see you. Yeah, passengers are going to be mad when we leave them at the airport. Trust the plane, says Quantity. I never trust the plane, just like Chevy says. Pro FSX Video, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Who else we got in here? Oh, man. Yeah, you guys tell me what to do, and I totally missed it. Sorry, guys. New setup for sound go to my headset. Weird hearing my real-time readback over myself, giving the clearance in my headset. Nice, Peter. JBall03, good to see you, man. Fly with Josh XP, no problem, dude. I do what I can. So if we go with that, that says we have a 0.9. That says we have an hour of gas. Okay, so that's actually getting closer. So let's go to let's take this up to 10,000 pounds, and that'll at least give me some leeway here. So that probably is just enough gas, and doesn't include anything extra for, you know, anything else that may come up. So we'll bring ourselves to 10,011 pounds, and then we're gonna call that a day there. I promise this next flight will be a lot better. Just trying to figure all this stuff out. Insane. Oh, my God. Insane Steel Rocks. Good to see you, man. I'm doing quite well. Retro Mario. Already stream hype. Absolutely. Mortified 666. Welcome aboard. Oh, you're from Australia. We always got somebody from Australia in here. Steve, good to see you, man. Oh, Danny boy. Welcome aboard. BJM. Good to see you as well. Okay. So 5,000. So we got 10,000 pounds there. That means X-planes. We're going to... Okay. So, you know, I'm going to write this down. We had 10,011 pounds on our departure. 10,011 pounds. I'm going to see how much we actually use on this flight. All right, so that is the FMC, the performance tab. We're going to come to takeoff. Now we're going to plug in V-speeds. V1, 120. V-rotate, 130. V2, 137. I'm going to assume the trim is 2.5, and that's probably correct. In 191.2. Fantastic. Good, good, good. And thrust limit, we're not going to derate at all. At all. We're just going to leave the we're going to leave all this stuff alone because I just don't performance-wise know what to expect from this plane. And so that's good. So we have our FMC set up. We have our overhead panel set up. We have our we need to set our glare shield up, don't we? We're going to have to see what runway we get before we actually do set the glare shield up. But what we will do is talk about this departure. So we have the Quang 5 departure coming out of Santa Barbara. If we assume that we're going to get runway 25, we're going to fly runway heading and then make a big left turn to intercept the 099 radio coming out of Gaviota. We then take that all the way to Quang and on from there. We're going up to Gina. I'm interested in seeing how this has mapped that route out. So it looks like it's done actually a fairly decent job of trying to get this thing going. So you're going to have the runway that you take off on, you make a left turn, and then you come back and you intercept this point right here. That point is probably that intercept. I noticed on the flight plan, yeah, they've got like GPS coordinates. And, oh yeah, then there's actually an intersection right there. So we're actually going to see if we can fly this thing on. We're actually going to see if we can fly this thing using just the LNAV for this departure. I have no idea how this is going to work. I don't even know how to use this LNAV, to be honest. The initial, so let's set the glare shield up here. The initial altitude we're going to is 3,000 feet. That's going to be an altitude select right there. So bring that to 3,000, 2,3. We are going to plan for an initial climb of, what did I say our V speeds were? Takeoff 137. So we're going to go for about 150 on the climb out. So speed 2, 150. Right there. Okay. And happy with that. So we'll put ourselves into, can I do nav mode? And autopilot, yaw damper. Nope, actually yaw damper. Oh, yaw damper was already on. Okay, auto throttle can stay off for now. VNav, no. Flight change mode, no. Altitude. Actually, I think that's trying to hold the current altitude. That might be a problem. FPA we can't even use. Vertical speed we're not going to worry about. Flight director can come on. Flight director can come on. There we go. Okay. Takeoff, LNAV, altitude 3,000, 150 knots. I think that's going to be okay. I think so. I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, so glare shield's all set. Let's come on down here, set our radio to Squawk Charlie. And we're good there. And all we gotta do is push back and get the hell out of here. What do you say? So where are we? We are at stand 3. We're looking to push on to GC. Looking to push onto Bravo. And ground is 121.7. 121.70. I wish it would automatically clear these out after I put the frequency in. That would be nice. And then after that's going to be tower 119.7. Good there. Auto. Okay. So let's turn this back on. And so we are Compass 717. We're at stand 3. We're at spot 3, gate 3, whatever, gate 3. And we're looking to push into Bravo. Oh yeah, we need to get the weather too. One last call for alcohol. One last thing to do here. Winds are 1705. 8-mile visibility. Few clouds 900. 21 Celsius. Altimeter is 2988. Okay, so we're going to come over here. And we'll set Barrow to... Where is the Barrow? Barrow set? Ah. Oh, that's minimums I was just trying to say. Okay.
Long Beach Tower, Cessna 97 Kilo,
You're
Charlie's
valid,
with you, ILS 30.
2988. Okay.
107 Kilo Charlie, Long Beach Tower, 1830, clear to land.
Clear to land, 7 Kilo Charlie.
All right, let's get out of here.
Las Vegas Tower, Embraer
Or not.
760, Bravo. I'm approaching the hold at Delta for 1
Waze
hour.
2000. Good to see you, man. Interesting how the sound pack is with this. I actually don't know. The sounds sound all right. Like, they definitely are using some custom sounds. I haven't actually flown the plane yet, so we're going to find this out together. My little bit of testing and sort of whatnot, my test flights that I did, it sounded okay. I don't think you're going to get anything quite near what the IXEG is, though. Tim Rodeo, good to see you, man.
Clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 30, 698.
All right. Turn you down. Santa Barbara ground, good afternoon. Compass 717's at gate 3 with the weather, looking to push into Bravo.
Compass 717, Santa Barbara ground, push on to Bravo, approved tail south.
Push Bravo, tail south, Compass 717. All right, let's see if we can figure out how to do this push. We're going to come back to this guy, and we're looking for tow engaged. Or release the parking brake.
7 Tango, holding short, 13 left, ready to take off.
Okay, so release the parking brake, engage the tow.
30317 Tango, Policy Sunday, 13 left there for takeoff.
Okay, he's pushing us back now.
13 left, good for take 7 Tango.
Then we'll come overhead, we'll turn off the pack, and we'll turn on the crossbleed, and we'll start with engine number 2. So we come down here, pull you up, put you to the start position. Oh, ignition to auto. Ignition to auto, and then put you to start. And with any luck, I don't think I actually did anything. No, that seems to have done absolutely nothing. Is it because that bleed was turned on? Maybe we have to start. Maybe we have to start with engine number 1. I should have read the manual. All right. Well, let's get the pushback first. Turn that off. Thinking we need to start with engine number 1 and close the crossbleed. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, it's my favorite pushback truck. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Oh boy, stop. 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 Oh, you pushed us in the grass. Alright, you pulse forward a little bit. Nope. Forward. Forward. Pull me back. Pull me off the damn grass, buddy. I know I shouldn't be laughing at that, but it's funny. Okay, stop. The pushback's a little clunky, I think. Okay, so engage that parking brake. Okay, now we're going to try to start engine number 1 first. So I think we have... What do we have for hydraulics or for pressurization? I don't have anything. Okay, let's just... You know what? We're just gonna... Where's the click spot? There it is. Okay. That did literally nothing. Literally nothing. Okay. What are we missing? Power is all K. Fuel is on auto. No crossfeed. Passenger signs. We'll turn on the... Whoops. Turn on the fasten seatbelts. We're not gonna be sterile. We don't want to be sterile. You're good. You're good. APU is on. Windshield wipers are good. Lights are good. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to turn that bleed on. That would actually make sense if that was the case. But no, it's not. Guys! Why won't my plane turn on? I turned the APU bleed off. Oh. Did I? I did! Thank you. So the light means it's off. Are you kidding me? Okay, well that's good to know. Does that mean I shut the APU gen off? Okay, well whatever. We have an engine now. We have one engine. Okay, that's one good engine. Let's close you up. Let's try to make it 2. There's an N2. Oh man, guys, it's gonna be a good day. It is going to be a good day. I'm excited. ECS. Is that what I want up here? Alright, what do we got? We got status up over here. This is showing me all greens. I think that's 2 good engines now. Shut you off there. I'm assuming we just leave the ignitions on auto. Where's the click spot? There it is. Back to the overhead panel. Okay, that's good. And I think we can turn the APU off now. And I think both the packs should already be... I'm guessing the packs are on. Judging by the fact that is off. Let me tell you, the documentation that came with this thing a little sketchy. Perhaps not the best. Hydraulics are good. Fuel is good. Electrical is good. ECS doesn't apparently work, which is kind of the one that I need to be able to see.
Okay, I'm still not getting it. You're
but I'm
extremely quiet. I can't hear a word.
Gonna see if that's okay. APU shutting down parking brakes. Okay, so let's go flaps 2. Let's do a quick flight control check here. Ooh, that's loud. All right, full right rudder. Check. Full left rudder. Check. Left aileron. Check. Right aileron. Check. Full back. Check. Somebody's flashing their lights at me. Full forward. Check.
Masaba 1050, Canyon Ground, credit to Santa Ana John Wayne Airport,
right.
Parks to departure, peace
That is our flight control check.
Filed. Maintain
Last thing we will do is come overhead. We'll grab our
0 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.85.
nose. We have the strobes off. The taxi lights on. We are ready to go.
Masaba 1050 is clear to John Wayne via the Park 2 departure.
Loomis, good to see you, man. Kane, welcome aboard.
Climb maintain 10,000, expect flight of 180 within 10. Departure 124.85, and could you repeat the squawk from the Masaba 1050?
Take out with an auto RTO. I'm not even going to turn auto. I'm not even going to turn the brakes to RTO.
Squawk 743.
Because yeah, auto brakes have been kind of finicky lately with planes.
John Tower,
of course. The second I go to push the button,
for runway 20 right.
Somebody else talks.
Runway 20 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 20 right. Fly Papa Mike.
Set our trim. That's about right there. Good. Santa Barbara ground. Compass 717's taxiway B with the weather ready for taxi.
Compass 717, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Bravo Alpha Golf.
25 Bravo Alpha Golf 717. Okay, let's see how this thing goes.
Send ground, Riddle 727 at the terminal ready for taxi.
Well, that's awfully quiet.
Santa Barbara Grand, runway 25, taxi via Bravo Alpha Golf, give way to the E-170 northbound on Bravo.
Taxi 25 via Bravo Alpha Golf, give way to the 170 for Riddle 727.
Okay. Take a left here onto Alpha. That must be Chevy then that was in the other plane. Boy, the cockpit sounds are real quiet on this thing.
760 Bravo 190.
I'm guessing that's going to change.
Number 3 Bravo Romeo, contact departure.
Go to departure.
Aviation 380, welcome to your first live stream, man. It's good to see you, buddy. Majid Ghani, good to see you, man.
707 Charlie Papa.
JBS 319, welcome aboard. Rory, welcome aboard. Supercrafter, welcome aboard. Arm the auto throttle.
Parking via Alpha, g'day.
Parking via Alpha King or
See, if I hit the auto throttle, it just turns on the auto throttle. I don't want that. We're not ready for the auto throttle, because as soon as I push that button, it goes into auto throttle mode, and that's not what we want yet. Okay. Let's go to tower, 19.7, and departure, we're going to look at 120.55. 20.55. I'm a little nervous about this one, guys. Hey, there's a Cessna right there. Why is there a Cessna on the ground? You're not supposed to be there, buddy. I think you lost. Santa Barbara Tower, compass 717 is holding short 25.
Compass 717, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25, compass 717. Okay.
Santa Tower, Riddle 727, holding short 25, ready for departure.
Clear to the left, clear to the right, except for that guy. Don't know what he's doing.
Riddle 727, Santa Barbara Tower, hold short runway 25, departing traffic.
Hold short 25 for Riddle 727.
On departure, fly the procedure. Up to 3,000 feet. Here we go. Hold the... Advance the throttles. Engines are stable. Auto throttle engaged. Boy, that was instantaneously to power. Airspeed's alive. Thank you.
V1, VR, V2.
Positive rate. Gear.
Compass 717, contact departure.
Departure, 717. Take care. Okay, let's put that there. On down here. Santa Barbara departure, compass 717, 1,600 for 3,000.
Compass 717, Santa Barbara departure, ready to contact, climb and maintain 8,000.
Up to 8,000, compass 717. Okay, so we're going to do this up to 8. Our goal is to crank ourselves around here and get ourselves back on that little dot right there. We're not accelerating yet because there's no need to. Flies pretty nice. All right, here comes our
Embraer
acceleration.
763 Bravo Romeo, clear direct Hector.
Let's go speed up to 250.
Compass 717, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
135.5, compass 717.
Southwest 6624, contact SoCal approach 126.7.
Okay. Okay, it's not letting me do LNAV right now. Let's get ourselves on somewhat on course here. 3, 5, oops, god damn, that's gonna be really annoying. Los Angeles Center, compass 717, 5,500 for 8,000.
Compass 717, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Flight level 230, compass 717. Okay. So what we really want to do, so we're going to 230. Oh, there's a lot of traffic around us. We really want to get this VNAV work, or this LNAV working here. But let's go altitude select 230.
Riddle 727, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact,
230.
climb and
Speed we're
maintain
looking
8,000.
for is 250 knots. Good there. My flight director is missing. Go heading, push. I don't understand why I don't have a flight director right now. I'm in takeoff mode still. Why am I still in takeoff mode? I don't want to be in takeoff mode. Yes, right there. No.
Riddle 727, contact Los Angeles Center, 135.5.
Alright, Quang. Is that how I go direct? That's not how I go direct. Okay, we got some problems, guys. The least of which is my plane is stuck in takeoff mode and it won't leave takeoff mode.
LA Center, Riddle 727, leaving 3,300 for 8,000.
Okay. Go to LNAV.
Riddle 727, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 210.
I don't know if I believe that it's actually in LNAV mode.
727.
Yeah, I should have gotten a flight director though. Still, the nose is coming down. It's literally not. It's still into. It's not actually listening to what I'm saying. Now I'm getting frustrated. What'd I do wrong? None of the lights are lit up. The autopilot is not doing what it should be. There's 10,000 feet. We should be accelerating anyway. Probably should have flown this plane before we came up here, shouldn't I? Oops. Purple dot is the flight director. Okay. I don't get crosshairs then.
Compass 717, contact Los Angeles Center, 133.55.
133.55, compass 717. Okay, oh there, maybe it's behaving. Can you say again the frequency for compass 717?
Compass 717, 133.55, 3355.
3355, thanks, compass 717. Okay. So that's what that is the flight director. That's good to know. Vertical. It is now listening to what I'm telling it to do. So that's all. I think it's all pilot error. I mean, it seems like it's. I'm not sure that the engine should be quite so hot, but whatever. Los Angeles Center, compass 717, 13,800, flight level 230.
Compass 717, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Flight level 310, compass 717.
Cessna 19688, Los Angeles
Okay.
Center, afternoon.
All right, let's get ourselves accelerating here. Okay, now that we're 14,000 feet, we do our takeoff checks. Flaps are up, gear is
Cessna
down, lights are
688,
off.
Palmdale altimeter 29903.
Lights we should set 1, 2, bring you on. I promise the next flight will be better.
Radar contact lost 5 miles east of Santa Barbara Airport.
All right, here comes 280 knots. We should be able to go to flight change mode, and it should actually listen to me now.
Cessna
Flight
19688,
change
Los Angeles
speed.
Center, Palmdale
There goes the
altimeter
nose.
29903.
Okay. This is why you don't fly a plane without reading... Well, I read the manual, actually. The manual was kind of like, there's not a lot of manual there. Okay. Let's climb, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, sit rep. We made it. We're climbing for flight level 310. Supposedly, we're in LNAV mode. I feel like the lights on this panel should be lighting up. Like, that should be green, I feel.
Embraer 763 Bravo Romeo,
maybe
descend and
maybe I'm
maintain
completely off base on that.
Jagged altimeter 2988.
Altimeter 2988.
Nothing like figuring it out live. I don't know. See, I don't know my Embraer very well, so I don't know what any of this stuff actually means. Like why there are two sides to this and what the arrow means. I don't know if the arrow like says that the pilot or the co-pilot has control or what's going on. Anyway, gears not down, gears up. We already talked about that. Stu Dog, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Tim PE, welcome aboard. Good to see you, Tim. I haven't seen you in a while. Give PM6, welcome aboard. No lighting on the MCP by factory. It's an option, but no one orders with it. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's kind of an interesting design decision, but that's cool. All right, this is gonna be real loud here, but I want to see the outside. I actually think it sounds pretty decent. Like, I feel like the balance of interior and exterior. That's a good flyby. Do that one more time.
Cessna 686 destination.
That's a good flyby sound. I think the balance of the interior versus the exterior are kind of off, but what do I know? Now, I'm interested in seeing if it actually is in LNAV mode when we get up here to this this VOR. It's also worth noting that I picked a hell of a departure for it to do the very first time out. I'm able to put the GoPro on the nose. We can actually, yeah. I want to make sure the plane turns before we start putzing around with the cameras. Annual 1349. Good to see you, man. Hey, it's turning. We did it. All right, we can put the GoPro cam. There's a seam gap. Yeah, there is. They're not limiting us. We can freely move around this as much as we want to. They're not locking us into specific places, which is kind of nice. I actually don't like the location of that camera. Let's come up here. How about this one right here? Just outside? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Right there. All right.
Cessna 688, contact Joshua approach.
The thing that gave me some concern about the nav path is the fact that it's slightly right of the center, or the magenta line here. So I really wasn't certain if that was if it was following the path or not. I believe that is the zoom. Yes, zoom out. Okay. All right, we're figuring this out. I promise you, the next flight will be a lot better.
Cessna 1968. Joshua approach, the Fox South.
These are the kind of things that I normally do, and I don't stream them because I would have ended the flight, gone back, and tried that again.
763 Bravo Romeo, contact Joshua approach 126.1.
Airplane 372 Wolf. Good to see you, man. What do I think is better, the 175 from X-Craft or the 170 from SSG? I cannot make that opinion just yet. I personally wasn't the biggest fan of the 175 from X-Crafts, so I'm leaning towards this is likely going to be better, if only because the FMC is a little more intuitive and easier to use.
Embraer 763 Bravo Romeo, Joshua
but we will have to see. They're also kind of different classes of airplanes. The 175 from X-Crafts is cheaper. And I think I feel like the cockpit of that looked a little bit better, but I don't know off the top of my head. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Chucks asks, what's the call sign? Is this a real flight? We're Compass 717, and this is not a real flight. I mean, there's somebody that flies Santa Barbara up to Vegas, but that's not Compass 717. Oh, altimeter. Good call. Britain757, good to see you. Welcome aboard. Screech82, welcome aboard. A320, A330, 757, 777, not sure if this adds anything. I mean, it depends on the kind of planes you like to fly. If what you want to fly is a little teeny tiny regional jet, then like this is probably going to be one of them to get. If you don't like flying this type of plane, then you're probably all set with what you have. It's all kind of personal preference. I like little regional jets. I like the way they fly. I like the way they look. I like everything about them. So I'm excited about this plane personally, just from that perspective. I want this plane to be good. I want this plane to be, you know, I really wanted this plane to be good. So we'll see. I mean, the first flight's always a cluster, and the second flight is the one where we'll coming out of Vegas. I think we're gonna fly Vegas down to I think it's San Diego, and that's the one where I can actually like try to shake this thing down and, you know, have some semblance of idea. Like, we haven't put this thing on the ground yet, so who knows what the hell's gonna happen there. Anyway, come on down here. We're climbing. Approach. We're gonna land flaps 5, I think. There's just no need to go flaps full. We'll come back to this here in a little bit. I think I can already tell you what my biggest complaint is going to be. It's the fact that when I enter something, like the radios, this number does not go away. So that makes it extremely inconvenient for me to be flying online, to have to constantly hit clear, 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 clear a whole bunch of times, and then have it, you know, and then put the next frequency in. And that seems like it's just bad. Like, that seems like it's just a problem with the simulation, not necessarily the airplane itself. I can't imagine the airplane would be like that. Peter Loki, probably just the 2 flights. We'll see how things look. I'm having dinner this evening with my in-laws, and yeah. So that's at like 5 or so. We have to leave. So we'll kind of see how I feel after 2. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of excitement. Like, these planes are pretty well automated, and so it's just kind of a matter of like, all right, well, we're climbing to 31,000 feet at 1,180 feet per minute, and that's really all I have to talk about. Yep. I don't think there's a Mach hold mode on here. But I also don't think we're going fast enough for the Mach hold to matter. I won't lie. I actually went and looked at some of the... I actually opened up the documentation for the E-Jet, for the Embraer 175 to learn some things about this thing. Because, like, the documentation with this, might be my biggest complaint. This is something I'm a stickler on with airplanes, but
Embraer
E-175 documents and useful. Nope, that's the wrong one. See, that's the other one. The SSG Embraer 175.
So it's a 688 radar service terminated. Remain on your burn. Peaking code and contact Fox Tower.
Documents. Like, this is the only thing you get is the quick start guide, and it just walks you through. Like, it walks you through flying your first flight.
118.5.
So if I had done this thing in whole, I probably would have known like some of the things that I messed up. But like, there's not a proper. I don't feel like there's a proper set of documentation for this, which is kind of a bummer. But some people need that, some people don't, I guess. Game Spike TV, welcome aboard. Get my landing lights. Aviation 380, we'll be there in probably about 20 or 30 minutes. Likely not even that. Chevy second leg's gonna be Vegas down to San Diego. Speedy J, welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. Skipjack, happy Saturday, welcome aboard. I know, Tim. Lots of people watching internet airplanes, especially when we do it on Saturday afternoon. The only downside to what I'm doing right now is that I noticed, like, the second I went live, so did Squirrel. So, like, all the people from Squirrel Stream that may come and watch me are probably watching Squirrel instead, which is totally fine because that's what I would be doing. But yeah, we got some people coming to community here. Spinny3, welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. Have I been on any of the Embraer aircrafts? Yes, I have. I've flown. I fly a lot of JetBlue, so I find myself riding the 190 quite a bit. My problem with Embraer aircraft is that I'm a large dude. My shoulders are broad and I'm quite tall, and I actually cannot fit my shoulders between the overheads. I have to sort of hunch over. And some planes are definitely worse than others. in that regard. My landing lights are still on? No, they're not. Landing lights are off. Right there. There's no controller up in Salt Lake. That's why we're not going to Salt Lake. Peter Loki asks what I'm using for weather. I'm using FS Global Real Weather, and we have SkyMax textures. George and Nate, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a long time either, Nate. We got all the cool kids coming out tonight. Yeah, man. 4 hours on one of these planes is a long time. Steve PHL. I'm 6'5". Here, let me find you a picture. Photos. There's a picture that John posted with a whole bunch of us from Flight SimCon. The collection of giants. Let's see here. Here we go. John Fly, Max Weldon, myself, Josh. Bunch of tall bastards. I think I was leaning down a little bit for this photo too. But yeah. I'm not a small dude. For better or worse. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought I was going to crash there for a second. Are we still climbing? Oh, here comes 31,000. Great. I think I was supposed to, like, not go... I don't think I was supposed to do Mach 748, but... Oh, 7.4, okay. 740 is what we're supposed to do, so we're about right there. Now why is it, so it's speeding up now. That's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to speed up. You're supposed to just go the speed I tell you to. Interesting. It's still speeding up. Okay, what else have we done? Okay, so there's Mach 7.4. Ah, there it comes back. There it's just like, all right, I'm actually going to listen to you now. Okay, well, let's see if it actually holds that speed. There it goes. Okay, Mach 0.74. Now it's coming back up. Yeah, that was weird. I'm sure that's more pilot error stuff. Let's see what we got going on here. Zoom in a little bit. We are 55 miles from Daggett. Means we'll be starting down here probably pretty soon. He's going to give us 240 at Misen.
Embraer 763 Bravo Romeo, contact SoCal.
So let's pop this guy. Let's pop up Vegas.
Have a nice day.
We'll pop the KEPIC 3 arrival. And the weather at Vegas is currently 210 at 8, gust 16, which means that they're going to move us back to 25 left. Be my guess. I'm not sure actually. He could give us either 25 or he could give us 19er. We'll see what he ends up doing. If we want to talk about the KEPIC 3 arrival though,
763 Bravo Romeo still
coming into Vegas. We're coming up on Daggett, about 50 or so miles out of Daggett. After Daggett comes Misen. Misen we can expect flight level 240. And then we'll have Clar. Clar is going to be our main restriction here. 13,000 feet, 250 knots. From there, we're going to continue on. Excuse me, continue on down. KEPIC at 13,000, Ipumi at 11,230 knots, Nipso at 9,000, and Sunset at 8,210 knots. And from there, given the wind conditions, they could give us either 25 left or 19er right. If it's 25 left, it's going to be a pretty nice little beastly crosswind we'll have to deal with, which should be interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do because the conditions are MVFR right now. 5-mile visibility haze, scattered 3,500. I'm not sure they're going to give us a visual approach coming in there. They're going to either put us on an RNAV or an ILS, is my guess. By the way, my controller is also streaming right now. I forgot to mention that. If you go to twitch.tv/PE_AS, he's streaming live. And I'm sure he's sitting there scheming about what he's going to do to me, too. Hello, welcome aboard. Good to see you. No yoke because I turned it off. Yoke gets in the way. Mr. Chow! Good to see you, man. Constantine, welcome aboard. I did not mean to ignore you. Ventia 6, welcome
Compass
aboard.
717, cross Meissen and maintain flight level 240.
Meissen at maintain flight level 240. Compass 717.
King Air 36 Tango, turn
Okay.
left, direct Quang.
So Meissen flight level 240. I'm not sure if the VNAV is actually going to... I don't know how the VNAV works on this thing, so we may just descend manually. If I push the VNAV, what does the VNAV button do? VNAV says we should start. Does VNAV want us to descend now? No. Oh, VNAV's got my speed now. Okay, so well, I guess we'll let VNAV hold his speed. We need to get to Meissen, though. We need to get to Meissen at 24,000 feet. That's going to be... Oh, man. Meissen is 12 miles from Daggett, which is 32 miles from us. For us to get down to 24,000 feet, it's going to take us 6, 7, 21 miles. That means we want to start down no later than... I'd say about 20 miles or so from to Daggett. So actually we'll start down here in about another 5 miles. Let's punch our altitude in for 240. I don't know how to actually do a descend now in this thing, if that's even possible. I have a lot more reading to do on this plane, suffice to say. Hold? We'll do holds? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start down now. We'll go into vertical speed mode. And we'll set our vertical speed for a nice paltry 1,800 feet per minute. And the speed should hold at 280-ish. So get us down pretty close to Meissen 240. So I'm not sure. VNAV I'm sure works. I just may not have it programmed properly. I'm gonna call that operator error. I don't know. We'll figure that out another time. This is just the first flight anyway, so I'm not too concerned about flying it by the books and flying it correctly. Camero, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. VFR in Vegas is easy. Look for the pyramids, aim at the ground. I like it. I did mean to ignore you, Sorcerer Dave. Good to see you, Dave. Welcome aboard, buddy. Happy Saturday. Comet 133 is in the house. So is the D Gentleman. You can host. You guys can host all you want. I will never turn down a free host. Comet, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, we got the Europe friendly time going here. We should do a live stream on VATSIM. I did VATSIM earlier this week. Today we're doing PilotEdge. Not a lot going on today on PilotEdge either, which is kind of interesting. Chevy was behind me, and he's not. I haven't heard his voice, so I'm guessing he either didn't make it off the ground or his sim crashed. Both of which are a bummer. How are we looking here? 13 miles to Daggett, about 25 miles to Meissen. We've got 4,300 feet to go, so that's good.
King at 36 Tango, verify direct Quang.
Oh man, meow, Moe Jonathan. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, the European Philly stream is nice. The only reason I don't do it more is because I'm usually I usually just got stuff going on. Like I'm always busy.
King at 36 Tango, I appreciate it.
Regrettably.
Compass 717, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
134.65, Compass 717. All right. 134. Nope, not 144. 34.665. And that stays. I don't like the fact that that stays. Also, just center compass 717, flight level 264, flight level 240 miles. Oh shit, we're still
Compass
in Mach
717,
mode.
Los Angeles Center. Good morning.
Alright, so we're in Mach mode. Let's bring that speed back to 290. Otherwise, we're going to overspeed, and that's bad. Making the turn towards Meissen. Interesting. The click spots still work, even though it's not on that display. Error. Does not compute. This flight director is kind of what screwed me up a little bit initially. I was expecting, because you took off and you had the crosses, and then you got up in the air and then it changed the little dot thing. I'm just like, okay. The D in Yent is silent. The gentleman. The gentleman? The gentleman. We'll go with that. All right, Skipjack, take it easy, buddy. I figured as much, Speedy J. Yeah, we definitely lose a lot of people. A lot of the European guys. We lose them on the weekday streams, unfortunately, because it gets pretty late. Hello, welcome aboard. I'm already doing a live stream. You need to be in your own channel to host. You have to go to your own channel page and then do /host to host. All right. Play nice, kids. I don't fly for a VA, no. Nope. Virtual airlines are not my thing. Too restrictive in most cases. There's not really a lot going on, right? Like, there's a lot of people on the network, but there's like nobody talking. There's a lot of guys. What the hell's going on here?
Compass 717, cross Clara to maintain 13,000 at 250 knots.
Clara 13,000, 250 knots. Compass 717. All right, so Clara 23,000 or 13,000, I should say. It means we got to go down 11,000 feet. We need to be 33 miles from Clara to start. We need to start our descent down about 33 miles from Clara. Currently, we are 45 miles, so we can give ourselves another probably 7 or 8 miles. We'll start down 40 miles from Clara to 13,000 feet, and go from there. And then 250 knots as we get a little closer to Clara. We can stay 29er for now. Oh, there's another controller online. Okay. So, okay, I didn't know we had 3 controllers on. Tying a helicopter would not be fun. I don't do helicopters. I'm not very good at them. FSX Pilot 77 asks, will I be attending TwitchCon? The answer there is no. I don't have the time, nor the funds, nor the ambition to go to TwitchCon. I'll be at Flight SimCon next year, and I'll probably be at PAX because that's local. All right. So what do we got going on here? We should probably start down. Yep, we'll go ahead and start down now for 13,000 feet. So we'll put ourselves in vertical speed mode, and we will knock ourselves down at about 1,800 feet per minute. Actually, we'll go for 2,000 feet per minute. That'll get us there pretty close. We may have started down just a touch late, but we can fix that with a healthy dose of speed brakes. I am not too concerned about that, that's for sure. Also got to pull our speed back at some point,
King
too.
at 360, go contact Point Magoo, approach 124.7.
How's the weather in Vegas? Is it getting any better? 2108, gust 16, 5 miles, haze. Scattered 3,500. So the ceilings are coming up a little bit, but that visibility is still pretty low. I am not sure what to expect on this,
Flight
this
7
approach.
Papa Charlie, descend and maintain.
But we'll find out here pretty soon.
240.
Vegas altimeter 2986. We'll punch that in. 2908. No.
KF 4736 Tango, Camarillo altimeter 2987.
All right. Caden Colvin, been watching your videos and everybody live streams. Welcome aboard, man. Happy Saturday. It's good to see you, buddy. PAX Prime's in Seattle. PAX East is in Boston. Yes, it is. Should I follow in-game ATC? Trying to do that, but that would head me into a mountain and stuff. I don't know. I don't use in-game ATC. I only ever fly online. I think there's supposed to be an LNAV on this, and that it might have gotten all borked. Because it seems to indicate that there's a crossing restriction at KLAR of 0, which is very much incorrect. I've got some research, and I got some stuff to do with this plane, that's for sure, to try to, you know, be a little better at it. 20 miles from KLAR. We're going to bring that speed back now to 250. That should start slowing us down here. This thing descends really well. Like, it descends and slows very, very well. I'm kind of impressed by that. Why don't I fly helicopters? Because I'm no good at them. I don't really care for them. It's not, helicopters don't have what I'm looking for in my flight sims. Yeah. Matt the Minion, welcome aboard, man. The winds look pretty good. Looks like we're going to have an interesting arrival. For sure. But yeah, the default ATC is kind of bad. Now, oh, there is a weather radar. Oh, there's weather, but the weather doesn't seem to be working. There it works. Does it not work here? Oh, okay. There's just no weather in front of me. That's cool.
Compass 717, contact Las Vegas approach 125.9.
125.9 or Compass 717? 125.90. Looks like his approach. Compass 717, 15,600 for 13,250 knots of KLAR. And we've got the Vegas weather.
Compass 717, Las Vegas approach, altimeter 2986, descend via the KPIC 3 arrival, expecting ILS runway 25 left approach.
860 altimeter, descend via the KPIC 3 arrival, and we'll expect the ILS 25 left approach. It's Compass 717. Okay. So we got to come down here, go to nav, arrival, and we're going to expect the ILS 25 left. And we'll expect it from Prino. Punch that into the route data. Oh, crap. What is it? No! No, 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 no. What's it doing? It just wiped out my star. Well, that's inconvenient. Okay. You gotta pay attention here. If you just change the approach like that, it wipes out your star. And that's bad. I'm sure that was noticed. Because he has like no other traffic. Okay, turn back. There we go. Okay, we're good now. Holy crap.
Excel 764, Los Angeles Center, good morning, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Okay, so, I need to pull the arrival chart up here. So we're 13,000 through Catpic. Next up, we're worried about is Ipumi at 11,230 knots. Just say I was testing his attention to detail. That's good. I like that. If he says anything, that's what we'll give him. But I think we're okay here. VNAV is completely like not working at all. There should be a VNAV path showing up, but it's not. So we're going to take ourselves down by hand, which is fine. We know that it's windy, so we're going to plan for a flaps 5 landing. So 5 and 140. 140 will be our approach speed. That seems awfully quick, but okay. And actually, it's going to be, so a VREF of 140. We have winds at 8 knots, gust to 16. So we want to add the 8 knot gust component to the 40. So we're actually going to have an approach speed of 148. 148. This might be one of the first times I come into Vegas and actually had some weather to contend with. I don't usually do these earlier flights, which is when you get this stuff. We'll go down to San Diego next. That would be crystal clear and sunny. Beautiful weather down there. Kadeem, welcome aboard. He is new. You're new to Twitch. Well, welcome aboard, Kadeem. Welcome to Twitch. Good to see you, buddy. First Officer J Wiz, welcome aboard. Steve PHL, I don't like ortho scenery. Asked if I like ortho scenery. I mean, the ortho scenery looks okay, but I don't think it's worth the space investment and all that. The goal of my stream is, whoops, I'm not exactly looking for, I don't really care about a pretty stream. I want a smooth stream, and I want a presentable stream. The pretty stuff and all that, I'll leave that to some of the guys that have more hard drive space and more time to sort of mess around with that. I'd rather take the time to look at the airplanes, focus on the planes, and all that good stuff. GJY says, I'm building a computer for X-Plane. What graphics card should I use? Depends on your budget. How much do you want to spend on a graphics card? If you want to spend $250 to $300, then you're looking at an RX 480 or a GTX 1060. If you want to spend more, then you can get the 1070 or the 1080. I think the 1080 is a waste of money, personally. If I were flying in real life, the pilots died, would I be able to get in the cockpit and land? Rish, that would never happen. The pilot, the flight attendants are all trained in how to do stuff up here. They would be able to take care of the plane. And I'm sure that there would be somebody. There's almost certainly going to be somebody more qualified than me on that plane that can help. So no, I wouldn't do that. Kadeem, you can buy this plane on xplane.org. I have a review copy, and as a consequence, did not actually pay for the plane.
Excel 764, contact Los Angeles Center 133.55.
11,000 and 210 knots, I think. No, 230. So let's do vertical speed. Vertical speed down. And
Excel
speed back to
764, Los Angeles
230.
Center, climb and maintain flight level 330.
This thing does slow down really, really quick. That's my flaps 1 extension speed right
Excel
there.
764, I'm sorry, say that
Or my
again.
clean speed, I should say. Alright, so we're also going to come turn on the lights. So that's one less thing for us to worry about. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
2-5 left in the
Compass
KLAS.
717, you want vectors to final correct, otherwise I can give it from Prino.
Vectors to final would be great for Compass 717.
Compass 717, you got it. Contact Las Vegas approach 135.0.
135.0, Compass 717. Radio
Florida 757,
135.
Papa Charlie, to center maintain 14,000, the Bakersfield altimeter 29er 79er.
I could just take it from Prino, but I am not for that today. So we got to get some ILSs going in here pretty soon. Las Vegas approach, compass 717 is 11,600, Quebec 3.
Compass 717, Las Vegas approach, Las Vegas altimeter 2986. I have it as being reported hazy up there with 5-mile visibility, but if you have the airport in sight, you're welcome to do a visual approach.
We're above the clouds right now, so we're still going to need the vectors for 717.
Compass 717, that's what I suspected, so just expect vectors to the final approach course, ILS runway 25 left.
We'll expect that 717. Okay. So, next up is NIPSO 9000. A little bit of negotiating with our controller there, letting them know that there's no way that we're going to get a visual out of this. While that's there, ILS 25 left.
KSAN 4736 Tango traffic, it's at 10 o'clock and about 14 miles.
1.75.
6,500 VFR type 10.
I don't know how to actually program the ILS in this thing. This will be interesting. Oh, 1.75 and okay. Well, this will be interesting. I don't know how to actually fly an ILS in this, so we're going to learn this together. Oh, boy.
King at 36 Tango, roger.
Okay. After NIPSO is going to be sunset at 8,210 knots. So we'll just punch that in right now. 8,000 feet. 210 knots here in a moment. Below 10,000 feet, lights are on. Beep the cabin. Beep them for real. Make sure we leave that sterile button off. I don't trust that. I don't want to be sterile. You want to be sterile? I don't want to be sterile. PG Trots, welcome aboard. Yeah, the throttle's a little weird. Okay, 210 on the speed. I'm going to go ahead and pull flaps back to 1. I think that'll give us slats. Yes. Those came out pretty quick. Oh, we got some flappage going too. Here's the lovely IMC conditions. It is well above freezing outside, so we don't have to be concerned with icing. After sunset comes Kimmy at 8,000.
Bakersfield approach 118.8.
Actually, 8,000 is where we stay. So Kimmy, and after Kimmy, we're going to go to Chips at 170 knots. Field's going to be right over here to our left. Actually, right behind us, actually. Back over there.
Plus 757 Papa Charlie, Bakersfield approach, altimeter 29079, expected visual approach runway 30 right.
30 right. Tavares, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. I Fly FSX, welcome aboard as well. Steve PHL, this is SkyMax, yes. What's the worst weather I've flown in the sim?
King at 4736 Tango.
I mean, I've flown autolanes before. Yeah, where you fly IFR all the way down to the minimums. Kimmy
Compass
is
770,
210.
flight present heading, descend to maintain 5,000, vector to final approach course.
Present heading, 5,000, vectors to final approach course, Compass 717. Alright, so heading select. And go to heading mode. And then 5,000 feet. That takes us off of the arrival.
We'll
also bring our...
Actually, maintain 3,000.
Head down there. And we want to go to the VOR localizer. Okay, yep, we want that. And then I want to see, what do I need here? I need to not be on the FMS. Okay, there we go. And we're looking for a course of 2.5 left. Hey, there's the chop. 255. 255. Okay. So he's gonna take us out over. He's gonna take us out over the lake here, and then bring us back in. We could have just flown this whole approach without him, you know, needing to guide us in. But I feel better this way. Damn it. Now, I'm not sure if this has got us in some sort of a glide slow mode, too. I'm assuming it will once we crank ourselves around. Can I go to manage speed mode? No, I can't do manage speed. What's it? I don't know what's it doing. Fine, don't do that.
Compass 717, turn left heading 340.
Left 340, compass 717. None of my buttons work for headings and shit. I have a whole bunch of buttons on my joystick mapped to let me change heading and course and all that, and none of it works. Hey, look, Hoover Dam. Boats. Lots of boats. Are those boats? Yeah. There's a bunch of tall ships down there. I don't think there's a lot of big tall sail, you know, big tall ships in the Lake Mead there, but that's cool. Okay. Let's bring the speed back. We're gonna bring it back to 180.
Compass 717, 6 miles from Relin, turn left heading 280, maintain 5,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS, runway 25 left approach.
280, 5,000 until established, cleared ILS, 25 left approach, compass 717. Let's go flaps 2. Put this on the intercept. Of course, now we're going to be able to see the runway. Oh, yeah. So the visibility is not working properly. Like, the haze is not showing up. Haze doesn't work too well on X-Plane. When you get to, like, when you have haze bringing the visibility back, like, you still have clear in a million, which is rather unfortunate. Okay, how are we looking here? 15 miles out. We still got a ways to go. Looking for movement on the HSI. Once we have that, we'll go to nav mode.
Compass 717, contact tower 119.9er. Have a nice day.
Over to tower 19.9er, compass 717. Take care.
Take care, Ty.
Alright, there's a localizer. 19.9er. Not on intercept heading yet. Whatever. 19.9er there. Pop you up there. Okay, it's turning in. That's good. Now all that remains is this going to catch a localizer, a glide slope?
John Wayne clearance, Jerk. 620 Juliet Delta.
I'm not sure it's getting a glide slope. Do I not have it in
We're
ILS mode properly?
Delta, John Wayne clearance.
Yeah, 0 Juliet Delta is IFR.
Oh, there's approach.
California,
Okay.
but
It doesn't show those bars unless you got an approach mode. We got that coming down now.
620 Delta cleared to Torrance Airport. Fly heading 220.
11 miles out.
Radar vector seal beats VOR direct. Maintain 2000. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 6113.
Okay.
okay, 220 radar vectors to the something VOR direct. 2000, 128.
Something VOR.
6113.
That's my
0
favorite
Juliet
VOR.
We're 620 Delta. Read back correct.
Las Vegas Tower. Compass 717's ILS 25 left.
Compass 717 Las Vegas Tower. Wind 20018 gust. Reversing 08 gust 16 runway 25 left. Clear land.
Middle land runway 25 left, compass 717. All right. I don't know where the radar altimeter is, but we are now 9 miles out. We'll get the gear down. Speed back to 148. We'll start bringing those flaps back.
510, Papa Charlie.
We're going for flaps 5 on this landing. Arm the auto brakes to medium.
Number 510, Papa Charlie, Santa Barbara clearance clear to the Burbank Airport.
No.
Fly runway heading. Radar vectors Henner intersection. Victor 186. Menace filed. Maintain 3000. Expect 9,000. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.55. Squawk 3052.
Speed brakes, we can't seem to get the speed brakes to arm. Maybe they don't arm. Maybe they just come out automatically. Turn them down a little bit. He's awfully loud. All right, 148 knots. We're on the glide slope. We got gear down and 3 green. Flaps are now set. We'll get our taxi lights on. 1, 2. Runways in sight. Clearance has been received. Let's take this sucker over. Auto throttle can come off. Auto throttle comes off. And autopilot comes off. My aircraft. Let's see how this thing does in a crosswind. Keeping it on the bird. Oh, there's the haze. Only showing 8 knots across the nose. There's the gusts, though.
Take off 24, runway 240 pop.
500,
Thank you.
400, 300, minimum 200.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
100,
Glide slope. Glide slope.
50, 40, 30.
Santa Barbara Tower, Bonanza 597, runway 25 and Gulf, ready for VFR.
Reversers out. Decel.
We're 507 green of 4, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25.
Manual braking.
734.
We're 534 Foxtrot Yankee, contact SoCal approach 134.9.
A spirited arrival, one might say. Where are we going? I don't even know where Delta parks. They park over D, I think.
We're 534 Foxtrot Yankee, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
All right, Alpha 5.
Say good frequency for 4 Foxtrot Yankee.
We're 4 Foxtrot Yankee, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
34.9er, 4 Foxtrot Yankee.
How did that happen? Vegas Tower, Compass 717 is clear Alpha 5, looking for D.
Compass 717, taxi to parking via Alpha 5, Bravo Charlie 5 at Bravo, or crossing at Alpha 5, cross runway 25 right.
Alpha 5, Bravo 5, Charlie crossed 25 right at Alpha 5, Compass 717. Okay. That was interesting. Make sure you watch the road, kids. Active runway clear to the left. And clear to the right. All right, there we go. That was interesting. The APU online. This thing beeps for no damn good reason a lot.
Bakersfield Tower, Pilota 757 Papa Charlie is 6.5 miles northwest, entering a
so Alpha
left
5, Bravo 5 is going to be over here. We'll make a right on a Charlie.
We're 757 Papa Charlie, Bakersfield Tower, runway 30 right, clear to land.
Across that runway, we can get our
30
lights,
right,
but
clear to
we'll
land,
wait.
7 Papa Charlie.
Let's see here.
We're 5973 uniform.
1, 2,
Contact departure.
Departure
2,
5973 uniform, cadet.
3.
Now we're moving.
And
0
then
to
stroke
Delta,
come off.
Kilo ready, 0 left.
There's some Delta planes. We'll go
60
park next to them.
To verify squawking 6113.
All right, after takeoff, the auto brake is off, speed brakes are in, flaps are up, lights are set. APU's coming
For
online.
5248 Papa, contact departure.
Over to departure, 5248 Papa.
Excuse me. Okay.
Tower 613.
Let's go park next to that guy right there.
Bear 60
Actually, you know what? We'll go park back at the we'll go park at the old Excel gates.
Clear for takeoff.
There's no reason for us to be over here, but we're going here anyway, damn it. Where's the ground speed at? There has to be a ground speed here somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. 15 knots. Take the spot right here. Lights off. 1, 2. Well, one of the lights comes off. The other one's gonna have to wait. Sorry, buddy. Can't find the click spot. And there we go. Parking brake set. And then we have the APU already on. APU gen should be on. Does that mean the APU gen's? Oh no, that means the gen is off. Oh yeah, okay. I got it all figured out now. Okay, the APU's online, gen's on, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and come on down here, and you to stop. You to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Las Vegas International Airport, where the local time is, I don't know, it's 10:50 p.m. Not bad. Not bad for a first flight. We had some missteps. We had some problems here and there, but overall I think things went pretty well. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. I don't necessarily know that I have a lot of bad things to say about this plane. So far, mostly positive. There's some weird things that kind of bothered me, but yeah, we're going to do one more flight. I'm going to take a little teeny tiny break to go get myself some more water and go tinkle. If you guys are sticking around, awesome. We're going to do Las Vegas down to San Diego. And if you're taking off, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll hopefully see you next time. Did I miss anybody? Simply Bacon, good to see you, man. Is it worth getting? I don't know. We're going to have to do another flight. We'll do another flight, and we'll make a judgment on it later. If I do a landing replay, I have to restart the plane completely, and I don't want to do that. So we'll do a landing replay when we get to San Diego. But here's what we'll do for now. I could have pulled forward quite a bit more. That's all right. All right, I will be right back. And yeah, we'll be right back. All right. Who's still here? Constantine's still here. I ignored you earlier. I didn't mean to. Jacob, welcome aboard, buddy. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Don Kelvis in the house. Cheesy Bingers. Good to see you. Cheesy Bingers. Cheesy Bingers. Cheesy Bingers. Top 340's in the short list. It's coming. All right. Who else is here? Sweet and Zesty. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Jonas, welcome aboard. Apache, welcome aboard. Kalaki, welcome aboard. UAL, welcome aboard. And Sam Suar, welcome aboard. Mortified is still here. It's 4 o'clock in Australia. That's hardcore, dude. It's real hardcore. It's going very well. Sock Player 13, good to see you. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Time for leg 2. Leg 2 is going to take us Las Vegas down to San Diego. You saw I just filed my flight plan. Took care of all that good stuff. So I know that's what I'm going to get. I know that's cool. So we'll just come down here and start programming it. Menu, we're going to go ahead and initialize. Will init, yes. Did that actually do anything? Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. All right. All right. So let's see here. Menu, position. We're at KLAS, KLAS. Like so. And then the route page. We're going to KSAN, KSAN. KSAN. Activate that. And we'll go to the flight. Nope, we're going to go to nav, departure. We're going to depart on 25 right. It's going to be the Boach 6 to 29 Palms. Yes. Add that route data. And then back to nav, arrival on the Lindy 4 from 29 Palms. And we'll plan for the localizer 27. Add that to route data. Go to the flight plan. We're looking for discontinuities. There is a discontinuity right there. Oh, but it's not going to be from Lindy. What is that going to do? Let's see here. From Lindy, we go to the localizer 2. Let's see here. Loc 27. Lindy. Oh, it is from Lindy. Lindy to Vida. Lindy to Vida. Okay, Lindy direct Vida. Wait, no! Where'd it go? No, that's not cool. You just deleted one of my points. No. No, I don't want to do that. Cancel that. No, stop doing that. There we go. Bad plane. Bad plane. Don't do that. No more. No. All right, so that's the flight plan there. We'll go to the perf page. Actually, let's go to the overhead here. Let's get people and gas in here. Option 2, we'll leave ourselves at 90%. FMC is saying... FMC is saying 2709. I don't think so. Do we need to come down here and do perf? I bet we need to come down here and do perf, don't we? Add route data. Perf. Okay, good there. I don't know if perf mode actually changes or anything, but hey, whatever. We're going to take off flaps at 2. No, we can take flaps 1. No, we're going to take off flaps 2, because that seems real fast. And it's going to be high density altitude and all that stuff, because, you know, it's Vegas and it's a million frickin' degrees right now. Trims 2.5. Good there. Yep. This time we can flex it. Takeoff speed's deleted. Say again? Okay. Good there. Okay. And then now we want to go to the this guy. Now what does it say for fuel? Now it still says 2720. I don't believe you. So I'm going to go with 7,000 pounds and fuel that sucker up. Hilkshake, good to see you, buddy. Army EOD Tech, welcome aboard. If you are on the fence about buying this plane, we'll see if we can sway you one way or the other. Yeah, I haven't actually. Yeah, whatever. We did a flight. It went about as well as you would expect a flight to go by Catstrator. Okay, good there. So we have the FMC set. We have the. We'll get the glare shield set here in a second because we want to get our clearance first. Overhead panels in good shape. All right, so let's call up Vegas clearance. AGC. And clearance delivery is going to be 118.0. So come on down here. Radio, 118.00. There. Clear that all out. Hey, that actually cleared the whole thing right there. Okay. Turn you back up. And let's go to the next page here. CPZ 717. Going to be Las Vegas down to San Diego Lindbergh. Craft. Good there. Okay. Las Vegas clearance. Compass 717 IFR San Diego Lindbergh.
Compass 717, Las Vegas clearance, clear to San Diego Lindbergh Airport. Boat 6 departure, 29 Palms transition, then is filed. Climb via SID, squawk 5026.
Clear to San Diego Lindbergh Airport. Boat 6 departure, 29 Palms transition as filed. Climb via the SID, squawk 5026, Compass 717. Did I say boat 6?
Compass 717, read back correct.
Okay, good. Okay,
Thanks,
so
good afternoon, Super.
turn you down. And where's my charts? Let's talk about the Boach 6 departure. Boach 6. Okay, so the Boach 6 departure from 25 left says fly heading 255 until crossing 2,690 feet, then go direct to the Arbel intersection. From there, fly to the Roper intersection between 4,800 and 7,000 feet, continuing on to Rod. From there, you proceed to Boach. You must cross Boach above 13,000. So what we care about the 7,000 foot restriction at Roper. That's going to be the biggest thing on our plate here. That might actually cause us problems. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how fast this plane likes to climb out, so we'll find out. Because we flew very poorly last time, and I want to get the frickin' VNav working too. So that's going to be up next. But 5026, right there. We'll go to try that. Yep. There's a button you're supposed to press that's supposed to make everything work. And I think I thought that was it. Like I don't know if there's another button to get the VNav to work or what the deal there is, but whatever. We cool. All right. We'll just do it by ourselves if we have to. So we're going to push ourselves tail to the left, nose to the right, tail to the right, nose to the left. And try to get ourselves ready to get out of here. So overhead panel, nothing to care about there. We'll go nav on, red beacon on. Good there. Fasten seatbelt, no smoking is already on. Our sterile button is off because we don't want that. Well, some people might want that. I'm good for that for now. And we will go ahead and go aft. Nope. Release the parking brake and then go aft. Nope. The parking brake's been released. Let me out of here. There we go. Okay, you have to engage it and then go aft and then... Doesn't get old. Does not get old, I promise you. Okay, so while we're pushing back, we'll go ahead and get engine number 2 started. And one's alive, ITT's alive. I know that's wrong, and I shouldn't be as entertained by that as I am. Alright. you out there. Stop. Disengage. Parking brake. That's one engine. Let's go for two engines. Put you back down there. Starting engine number 1. N2's coming up. ITT's coming up. What is VIB? VIB, LPHP. I don't know what that means. That's not at all surprising, though. Take off trims 2.5. Okay, we got 2 good engines now. Let's go flaps to 2. I don't think there's anything we care about on the overhead panel now, except for the taxi lights. I think everything else we can just... Oh, we need to turn the APU off. Yes. I knew there was something. That's 2 good engines. Let's do a flight control check. Full right rudder's checked. Full left rudder's checked. Left ailerons checked. Right ailerons checked. Elevator back, check. Elevator forward, check. That's flight control check. And last thing we need to do is grab the weather and we can get out of here. Current weather, Las Vegas, 1809er, 5-mile visibility, haze, scattered clouds, 3,500, 37 Celsius, altimeter 2984. 2984. Right there. Okay. And we want to go to ground. So AGC. Ground is going to be 21.1. Yep, 121.1. 0.10. And tower on that side will be 119.9er. 119.90. Put you in right there. Okay. Turn Peter back on. Let's go. Not a lot of sounds in the cockpit here. Alright, so we are at spot 5.
Okay, Santa Barbara, tower 19 Delta Papa, turning left base, engine out for runway 7.
Right, Delta Papa, roger.
151 on the timeout. Okay. Las Vegas ground, compass 717 is spot 5 with the weather.
Compass 717, Las Vegas ground, runway 19 left, taxi via Charlie Golf Delta.
19 left, Charlie Golf Delta, compass 717. Well, all that work we just did, we got to redo it.
Silver wings 1050, yes, of 4000.
Okay, so we're going to 19 left. We'll get ourselves straightened out here. We'll get it reprogrammed.
Silver Wings 1050, contact departure.
Contact departure, Silver wings 1050.
19 left does make the most sense. Alright, here's Charlie. Take us all the way to the end of Golf. While we're doing that, we will keep one eye on the taxi line and one eye on the FMC. Go to nav, departure. And we're going to go to 19 left. Right there. It's going to be the Boach 6. 29 Palms transaction. Execute that. So if we want to brief that real quick. This departure says... Okay, coming off of 19 left, heading 190 to 2690, and then direct to the Fix 6 intersection, and then to Roper. So we still have to deal with Roper at 7,000, or under 7,000. Works for me. I forgot to put the auto brake on RTO. People tell me the auto brakes have problems, so we ain't putting it on RTO. 45 Celsius in Las Vegas. That is insane. That is so hot. Fancy Bread, man, it's good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you around for a while. Badam, welcome aboard. We're not putting the auto brake to RTO. We're leaving it off. People tell me it's broken. Ground chart here. All right, so we're gonna go to FMS mode. Put ourselves into nav. Oh, we already have LNAV armed. Great. We're gonna go for a flight change at 151.
Santa Barbara ground, Skywest Sid 420. The terminal information mic ready for taxi.
Sky 5420, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Bravo.
I don't like the fact that glide slope is in
25
right there.
Bravo, Alpha
That means that
Golf,
it's ready for
Skywest
glide
420.
slope, and that's not right. It's in takeoff mode, flight change mode, and LNAV is on deck. Glide slope is not, should not be there. It's all right. We're going to go all the way up to 19,000 feet, though. We've got to punch that in. 19,000 feet is the top of this departure. Boom. Okay. I've heard about DDN's new Global Express 6000. I've heard rumblings of it, but I don't know any specifics about it. CPT doesn't have auto brakes. Is that actually true? They have them, or they don't have them, or they just don't use them? Custom FMC in one of DDN's planes would be nice. That Challenger 300 is pretty good, but the FMC situation is a little frustrating. So is the radio situation, but that's not his fault. That's just because the plane's kind of crappy like that. I saw that the A350 was updated. I don't find myself to be terribly impressed by it. We have new reflections on the textures, and that's pretty much it. That's literally not the thing that anybody was asking for. Oh, we have a different frequency to call for tower as well. It's going to be 1875. It's awfully quiet. Where is everybody? SoCal approach. They must have a SoCal approach controller. Constantine, welcome back. I don't even like the glass effect, to be honest. I don't like the reflections that they have on the 767. But whatever. $8,000-mile range. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. 170 has a knob for brakes, but it's got disconnect.
25 ready for departure.
Sky 5420, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25 clear for takeoff.
25 clear for takeoff, Skies 5420.
Mr. Wells, also heading down to San Diego. It's a voice I haven't heard in a while. Pick up the pace here on this taxi, though. This is a long-ass taxi. I think it's a cool plane, I'll be honest. Like, I have a sweet spot in my heart for regional jets. Like, they're right there. They're right there just a little bit behind turboprops. Like, the small jets, I love them, man. I just love these things, so I really want this plane to I really want this to be good. I really want to like this one and learn how to fly it. We'll learn how to fly it. There's no question there. Yeah, right. I know Dave. Like I have no idea what he's working on. I wish he'd go fix the 757. I'd like to fly that thing again, but it won't work. Like the 757 appears to be completely broken in 1045. A V1 taxi. We're only doing 22 knots over the ground. It's not that bad. Mike 86R. Good afternoon from. I'm assuming that's Indiana. And if it's from Indiana, I have to ask you what part of Indiana, because I grew up in Indiana. Boiler up. Okay. Called tower. I dialed in tower too early. Oh well. Okay. Departure frequency here. Let's get ourselves pulled up here. Kepik. Nope, not Kepik. I want the boat.
Clear delivery, November 453 Yankee Sierra on
The exact second I'm pulling up to the tower, or to the whole short line, somebody has to call up.
My clearance.
That's how it always goes.
453 Yankee Sierra, Dominic clearance to the Torrance Airport.
125.9.
Radar vector CO beats VOR direct. Maintain 2000. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 3325.
25. Oops, not you. 25.
And clearance for 453 Yankee
That's
Sierra.
going to be our departure frequency.
The beginning, please.
Oops. This
For 453 Yankee Sierra, it's heading 220. Radar vector CO beats VOR direct.
On. Overhead panel's good. Forward panel's good. Everything else is good.
And November 453 Yankee Sierra is cleared via radar vectors on 220. Climb and maintain 2000. Clear to Seal Beach, Sierra Lima, India. Departure frequency is 128.1.
Oh, Bloomington. Well, I won't hold that against you.
For 453 Yankee Sierra, read back correct.
Yeah, Constantine. It's a long taxi to 19 left. Las Vegas Tower, compass 717, holding short 19 left.
Compass 717, Las Vegas Tower, 19 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 19 left, compass 717. All right, clear to the right,
5420,
clear to the left.
Departure sky 6420.
And let's see if we do a little better this time. I'm confident. Are you? All right, here we go. Power up. Engines are stable. Auto throttle engaged. Power is set. Man, I'm getting tossed. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Thank you.
V1. VR. V2.
Positive rate. Gear.
Compass 717, contact departure.
Departure, compass 717. Okay, let's go autopilot on.
1,000.
And departure. Why is it coming? Oh, no.
Scott 5420, thank you, radar contact.
Hey, it's Joe.
Turn left. Heading 140, climbing to 900,000.
250 speed.
Scott 5420, correction on the altitude, maintain 8,000.
Vertical speed down here. Get our acceleration going. We don't want to cross. We can't cross 7,000 until we get past Roper. Of course, Joe will probably clear us higher.
Charlie, 1 mile from Silex, flighting 100, maintain 3,000 until established localizer clear LS runway to approach.
Bring our flaps up. Las Vegas departure, compass 717, 4,900, approach 6.
20 Papa Charlie, just a quick correction, Silas, Zulu, runway to approach.
Okay. After takeoff,
ILS, Zulu,
flaps are in.
runway 8.
Gears up, lights are out. Taxi lights can come off.
Compass 717, Las Vegas Park, radar contact, delete the altitude restriction at Roper.
To the altitude restriction at Roper, compass 717. Great.
Air 763 Romeo, contact Los Angeles
flight change mode.
134.65.
Climb us at 250. We're on the L nav, that's good. There is no V nav right now because we broke
miles
it.
from FE, fly heading 150, maintain 3,000.
No more speed restriction to worry about at Roper, so we can just climb like a bat out of hell. And off we go. Oh, look at that. We gotta move one more.
For 763 Bravo Romeo, Los Angeles Center Cross, Claret, maintain 13,000, Las Vegas altimeter 2984.
Yeah, not bad. Why did we stop climbing though?
Duke 0,
No, no.
0 Papa Charlie at
No,
Bodie,
keep
contact
climbing.
tower 18.3.
We're supposed to keep
correction,
climbing in flight.
18.7.
The plane stopped climbing for some reason.
Civil Wings 1050, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
I think maybe it was trying to keep that altitude restriction there that we had deleted.
Scouts 5420, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
It's all right though. We're good. We're good. How we doing?
Civil Wings 1050, SoCal approach Los Angeles altimeter 2989er.
Don't look too bad.
Comanche 48 Papa fly heading 300 vector Whiteman Airport, contact SoCal approach 134.2.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why'd it freeze? Why did it freeze? No, don't do this crap to me. Okay, good. We're good. We're good. All I want to do is take a screenshot.
SkyWest 5420.
Okay.
Los Angeles Center cleared direct
So,
Santa
come up
Catalina,
there.
New York.
We're over
Maintain
10,000 feet now. We're going to go to vertical speed mode.
85.
We'll bring the
Correction,
speed
905.
up to 280. And we'll bring the nose down.
Comanche 5248 Papa
1200.
SoCal approach.
Well,
Burbank
we don't have to
altimeter
come down too much.
2988.
We're
Spec
climbing,
vis
we're
approach.
climbing at a pretty good rate here.
Correction. Spec BOR Alpha approach. And circle to land. Runway 12. Altimeter 2993.
Okay. Next up is Boach. Boach needs to be above 13,000 feet, which we will just make. There's 280. We'll go back to flight change mode.
Echo, standby. Compass 717, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
3465, compass 717. 134.65. Okay, that's good there. Cross net restriction. We're at 280, climbing to 190. Los Angeles Center, compass 717, 14,300, Boach 6.
Compass 717, Los Angeles Center, climbing to level 230.
Level 230, compass 717. Alright, altitude select 230. Up to there.
Cessna 4 Foxtrot,
Happy with that?
contact John Wayne Tower 126.8. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do landing lights too. Off, off, off.
Star 901 Echo, SoCal approach, squawk 6524, ident, and say request.
Iron Condor, welcome aboard. Hedge Fund Future Employee, welcome aboard. Dono Scar, good to see you as well. Skymax, yeah, we're using FS Global Real Weather with Skymax. Yeah, we broke the 250 knot limit. I'll blame the airplane on that one. I'm not sure why it did that. It was in flight change mode, and then it was out of flight change mode, and then it was back in flight change mode. Just
Star
saying.
901 Echo, correction, Diamond Star 901 Echo, you're ready to contact 6 miles northeast of San Bernardino Airport.
If you're getting crashes with
Ontario,
1050, it is a beta part. It is a beta, so I mean, there's always that. There's a reason why I'm not running. Well, a couple of reasons why I'm not running 1050. One of them is because it's a beta project.
Center 133.55.
133.55, compass 717. All right, 133.55.
Excel 764, contact tower 19.9.
There's flight level 180, so we can go to standard. Los Angeles Center, compass 717, flight level 189, flight level 230.
Compass 717, Los Angeles Center, climb maintain flight level 280.
Flight level 280, compass 717. 28,000. 8,000 feet to go. That was a little bit better takeoff though than the first one. Maybe the Quang departure was the wrong departure to start, you know, your first flight with. We probably should have taken the Boat 6 out of Vegas. And, because that's a little bit, you know, a little bit less crazy. Woozleman! Happy Saturday, man. Good to see you. Yuzi in the house. We're heading down to San Diego. Piper 5299 X-Ray. Good to see you, Ben. Good to see you, man. NY Kid Killer. Welcome aboard. Royal 349's in the house. Good to see you, Royal. Do you think I'll do a double stream next week, please? We'll see what we can do next week. There actually might be a couple more streams because my wife's leaving town for a week on Thursday. So we'll definitely get the Friday stream going, and we might see about doing something else on the weekend too. Noan Civ, happy Saturday. Good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. So yeah, let's talk about this plane. The big caveat is I have a review copy of this. I didn't actually buy it, so you can look at my, or think of my judgment however you want, knowing that. That being said, without regards to the price tag, I think it's a good plane. I really do. I saw a review that said it's like the whole thing is very mechanical. Like you have to follow the process exactly, and if you don't do that, it sort of breaks down. And the fact that we don't have VNAV means that I didn't follow the process at some point. So I need to figure out why I don't have VNAV and how to get my VNAV and what I've done wrong. I don't know if that's a knock against me or a knock against the plane. Now, there are some very real performance implications. Right now, we're running pretty smooth. Like, there's not really... I don't... Hey, what is it? Oh, the clouds are over there. So, there are some very real performance issues with this plane. There were the same implications there with this... God damn it. With the 747 that they put out. I don't know what the issue is, whether it's the displays, the FMC, the systems, or what else they're doing here. That being said, when we're out here in cruise, it runs very well. I think it looks pretty good. I would like to see the displays be a little bit higher resolution, but I'd have to look at some pictures of the real thing and see how that compares. One of the things that I've noticed is that there are no reflections and there's nothing on top of these displays, so the displays look really fake. They look very, very digital. And that wouldn't be the case because normally you'd have some sort of reflection or something that like makes it look like there's something in front of that display. And that's being super nitpicky and all that good stuff. But I think it's a good plane. Now, for $50, I don't know. $50 puts you in line with, I want to say, the Rotate MD-80, which is a very different kind of plane, but it's similar. I don't know. It seems like it's an okay plane, though. Like I thus far, I have a couple of very niggling complaints, but nothing crazy. And I think I need to take some more time to learn how to actually fly it properly, and that'll probably change my opinion on it. So I am going to put some more time into this thing. I'm going to put a lot more time into it and continue trying to learn it and kind of go from there. So that's my 5-minute spiel on what I think of the airplane. Indecisive is probably the word that I'd want to use. Subverse, welcome aboard. Good to see you, buddy. Where will you go this plane? If you want to ask where you get the plane, you can get it from xplane.org.
Number 763 Bravo Romeo, Las Vegas approach, send via Kevin 3 Bravo, expect visual approach runway 25 left, altimeter 2984.
Cockpit res is not worth $50. Well, and that's a thing where it becomes subjective. I don't personally care about the cockpit resolution. I don't. The visual stuff is not really the thing that gets that I think is the most important. I'm looking more for systems and sort of like sounds, like just sort of the whole package. So yeah, the cockpit textures are, I mean, the textures are whatever. Like if you actually look at an Embraer, cockpit, like these things are kind of dull and kind of drab. Like if you were to compare the two of these, what's the texture? You know, that's the one thing I've heard come up a few times. There are some things like this over here is kind of, I think could have been done a little better, but that's all going to, like, you're not going to win everybody. That's all going to be a personal preference thing when it comes to textures and whatnot. Evil Nando, welcome aboard. Trying to add distortion on my PE voice, no idea. I would go look at. I think Giant Unicorn has something on his page about adding distortion. I don't know. That's not my thing. What you're hearing right now is so Joe adds distortion to his voice on the way out, and I run mine through an EQ where I take away.
73 uniform traffic 1 o'clock 4 miles opposite direction Skyhawk at 2000.
So I'll take away some of the bass and whatnot and make them sound a little different. Somewhere.
Finish 73 uniform, thank you. Contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
So yeah, Joe is doing his own stuff there, the controller. Oh, why do we? Okay, we didn't go into speed mode. That is there it goes into speed mode. So there's things like that. So the plane climbs and it hits the altitude, but it doesn't hold 280 knots. And that is not right. Like, that is probably not correct. Those are things that are probably going to get fixed in a couple of patches, but the plane should be holding the speed that I command it to when it reaches the altitude. And now you can see it goes back up. So like there is some weird stuff like that that's going on. And I don't have a good reason as to why that's happening, because X-Plane's autopilot can handle like all of that stuff. Now it's speeding up again. Nope, there it goes. Okay, now it's going to pull the throttles back. That sim events can be pretty good. Cockpit's getting an overhaul in a future update, apparently. Okay. I mean, this thing just came out, so doing an overhaul seems kind of odd, but okay. At least it's not the field their E-Jet. Well, I never flew that plane, so I can't really say much about it. I actually own that plane. I just never actually flew it.
So Wings 1050.
Dave, I am running XUIPC, yes. Am I? Actually, I may not be running it. Yeah, I'm running it right now. I should fly the X737 today. Nah, this is my last flight today. I got some stuff I got to take care of. The X737's on the short list. It's coming up here in a couple weeks. Right there with the Saab. The Saab will probably be the next plane, to be perfectly honest. The Saab was going to be this plane, and then this thing came out. I was like, all right, well, we'll fly this instead. Captain Caldwell, i5 3.3 GTX 970, you should be fine, but I'd say go download the X-Plane demo. Give that a shot. That's actually running that's running X-Plane. So if you can get the demo running well, you can get the full sim running well. Mr. Flight SciTech, welcome aboard, buddy. Happy Saturday, Tyler. Mortified, take it easy, buddy. Thanks for coming. Mr. Stealth Bob, welcome aboard. You have been missing all the streams. It's been going pretty well, dude. Vacation was fantastic. We had a great time in Aruba. Now we're just checking out and talking about the old 170 here.
Ontario Airport as filed.
My verdict is that if you like an Embraer plane, if you like an Embraer jet, you're gonna like this plane. I think Murmaz was very excited about this plane because it's probably the best Embraer on the market right now, without question. And Murmaz was excited about it and spoke very highly of it. And I think if you're into this airframe, if you really like the Embraers, then this is going to be a good simulation for you. Now, when you compare it to everything else that's out there, that's all subjective. I had to delete all of my aircrafts in X-Plane 10 except for one. What would stay? The plane that would stay would be the Dreamfoil Labs.
Cross Momar at maintain level 240.
Is that from me? Momar 240, compass 717.
Diamond Star 901 Echo, contact SoCal
How far
approach
are we from
128.1.
Momar? John was coming up.
Embraer 3 Bravo, runway clear, bridge approach runway 25 left.
After Jotnu comes 29 Palms, okay. So Momar, flight level 240.
Embraer 3 Bravo, Romeo, turning base, contact tower 119.9, see it.
We got a ways to go, though, for that to happen. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. Stealth Bob's gotten hooked on DCS, flying the F5 over there. Yeah, a lot of you guys have been flying that thing. I still can't get into DCS. I've tried. I really have tried.
Star 901 Echo, SoCal approach. Runway altimeter 2989.
But yeah, my favorite aircraft, the next plane, is probably the Embraer 110. Like it's turboprop. It's big. It's loud. It's brutal. Like it's a really good plane, and I don't fly it as much now as I used to. But if I only had one plane to fly, that would be the one.
Clementine 6000.
I need to disable XUIPC with this plane. It will cause a lot of problems otherwise. Okay. Why are planes having problems with XUIPC? Like that's a freaking add-on that everybody runs. Everybody runs XUIPC.
So it's 3 Yankee Sierra. You look like you're veering all over the place there. Turn right to rejoin the final approach course.
We'll turn it off. Phil White 100, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Get the Saab over the 110. Depends what you want to do. I prefer the 110.
At 5,000, cleared ILS runway.
Because the 110 I can do IFR and I can do VFR. I can be effective with both. I think the sounds are good. I don't know. It's all personal preference. That's the word of the day, is personal preference, I guess.
420 SoCal approach Avalon altimeter 2995.
My favorite propeller plane available, the Embraer 110. XUIPC is very similar to FSUIPC. It does very similar things. Is XUIPC the reason why my VNAV's not working? Could be. All right. Do I prefer the Coronado 182 or the 208? The 208. I don't really. I don't fly either one of them. Neither of those are like. I'm not too up on Coronado lately.
Yeah, you released for departure.
Yes, my favorite plane is the Flight Factor A350. 100%. Boy, you got me figured out. Jay. Why did it just beep at me? It just beeped altitude. Oh, because it. Yeah, right. Because we crossed an altitude restriction that we're not following. J Roll and CRJ2 best regional. I agree. I think the CRJ2 is still an amazingly good model, especially with the Blue Sky Star sounds.
Cessna 0 Julia Delta, I didn't have anything for you. Fly heading 270, advise when you have the Torrance.
I didn't confirm page 3 on my perf page. What is page 3? Is there a page 3? Oh.
Cessna 197 Kilo Charlie, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Interesting. That's probably the part of the. That's probably the part that I missed. Yep. Oh yes, that's exactly what I missed. All right, well there we go.
Affirmative contact tower 133.075.
I figured it was pilot error why the VNAV wasn't working, but whatever. It happens. We don't need no stinking VNAV. Yeah. Nope, no VNAV for this guy.
R91 Echo, go ahead. R91 Echo, you don't have any altitude restrictions for VFR. Just maintain VFR. You can contact tower 12618.
I saw CRJ to come out. That CRJ's been in development for like 4 years, at least. I remember seeing rumblings about that Aerosoft CRJ when I first started, like when I was still in FSX, and that's been probably 3 years now, at least. $140 viewer hype. That's right. Blasphemous Bear. Smooth 1980. Welcome aboard. Flying Donut. Welcome aboard as well. Okay. What do we got here? 22 miles to Momar. We need to be flight level 240, so I guess we should start down now. 240. Vertical speed, and we'll put that sucker down there. Make sure we get ourselves down in time.
Reserve Juliet Delta, thank you. 10 miles from Drippy. Maintain 2,000 until established localized clear dollars from 29 right approach.
Yeah, still counting. That's right. Am I switching it up?
So that's a 107 Kilo Charlie flighting 270.
Oh yes, right. Chevy's big news.
Runway 29 right approach. Advise you have torrents wet.
UAL 4777. We're not flying to you. We're not flying St. Louis today. We'll do St. Louis one of these days.
Compass 717, contact Los Angeles Center 128.6.
128.6, Compass 717. Los Angeles Center, Compass 717, flight level 262, flight level 240, Momar.
Compass 717, Los Angeles Center after Momar, cross Trixie at maintain 2000, Lindbergh altimeter 29901.
After Momar, cross Trixie at maintain 2000 and 901 on the altimeter, Compass 717. Alright. 12,000 and 270 knots when we get to Trixie. $14, 28, 48 miles to Trixie. We'll just go ahead and keep on going. Once we cross Momar, we'll just continue down to Trixie. Take it nice and easy getting down there. All right. The sounds aren't too. Honestly, the sounds in this plane aren't too bad. I don't think. They're not coming through very well because I do have them turned down. But they're not the worst sounds that I've heard in X-plane. That's for sure. All right, DVA. We'll see you in Tulsa. Okay, there's that. Just crossed Momar, so we're gonna hit ourselves. Or put our altitude now at 12,000 feet, and we will continue on down. Speed mode and
7
down.
Kilo Charlie, Roger. 12 miles from Drippy. Maintain 2000 until established. Localized cleared ILS runway 29 right approach.
Trixie is gonna be right there. 40 miles from Trixie right now.
Cessna 0 Juliet Delta, maintain present airspeed until the outer marker. Contact tower at the marker 133.075. Cessna 0 Juliet Delta.
I just tried to kill myself with my
Delta,
water.
Maintain present airspeed
That was
the marker.
interesting. The little overcast layer.
133.075.
Okay. Have I checked out LaGuardia 2020? I've seen it posted. I've looked at some screenshots, but I haven't looked at it. Welcome back, Tim Rodeo. We're doing pretty well. We're working on the arrival into San Diego Lindbergh here. We're just starting our we just started our descent, coming through 219er. Heading out of 12,000 feet of Trixie.
Departure ready contact, climb maintain 3,000.
We'll grab some San Diego weather here in a little bit.
Twin Beach 45, are you in the ODP you're going to be holding, or you're on course there?
Ford M, finally got 767 off the ground. Major achievement for my struggle. Awesome, dude. Congratulations.
Twin Beach 45.
That 67's a really good plane.
12 o'clock, 1.5 miles same direction.
I really, really, really like that plane.
340, 5,000. Reach 45 Romeo, maintain visual separation with that traffic, climb maintain 5,000, join Victory.
Yeah, it doesn't look particularly great.
Subwings 1050.
SkyMax could use some improvements on their overcast layers.
For now until you begin your descent for the approach.
In the United States, transition altitude is 10,000 feet.
Miles.
Or Sorry,
Same direction,
18,000
Twin
feet.
Beach at 2,500,
18,000
climbing
is
5,000,
transition.
has you sight, maintain a visual separation from you.
So we'll go to 2991. Speaking of transition altitudes. There we go. Right there. Fantastic. And we're going to want to be 270 knots when we cross Trixie.
Contact SoCal approach 128.1.
We still got some time, though. Set up for broken overcast. Well, I'm pulling real-world weather, so we're letting it do whatever it's got to do.
Skies 5420, SoCal approach, altimeter 2989.
Definitely feels like my frames are coming down a little bit. But I think we're probably still over 30.
Tried Yankee, Denver Center.
Dude, the Avro would be so much fun. Like, as an American, I'm kind of sad that I will never fly in an Avro. 4-engine regional jet? Yeah, dude. Freaking hair dryers. I saw those things when I flew through Paris a couple years ago, and I was just like, dude, that plane looks awesome. Very, very awesome. Okay, so what are we doing here? There's not a ton of stuff to talk about at the moment. Not a ton to talk about.
Silver Wings, 1050 at traffic's now 3 to 4 o'clock and 1 mile.
Doing an Avro in Switzerland, that was fun. Yeah, dude, that looks like just a neat little plane. I don't know. I missed flying that plane in FSX because that thing was just big and dumb.
534 Foxtrot Yankee, radar contact 3 miles northeast of the Pager intersection.
What is it with the wingtips and the X737? They're scimitar wings.
Airport via direct Pager.
That's the new style for Boeing.
Cross Pager at 10,000, cleared ILS DME runway 17 approach.
Actually, I saw a plane with scimitar wings the other day when we were flying back from Aruba. I hadn't seen those in real life. At least I think I saw one with scimitar wings. Maybe I didn't.
Number 4 Foxtrot Yankee, say again your last. The altitude to cross Pager is 10,000, altimeter 3016.
Been on a 737 with the wingtips. Okay, so they actually do exist in production. I'm like, I thought that I saw the scimitar wings, but I couldn't remember. Next restriction is going to be above Barrett 8,000 or above.
Cessna 0 Juliet Delta contact Torrance Tower 133.075.
Then Lindy 5,000 or above.
Skies 5420 contact SoCal approach 119.6. Scout 7 Kilo Charlie at the outer marker, contact tower 133.075.
What do I think about the C-Series aircraft? I'm glad to see more jets getting in the game. I don't really know much about the C-Series stuff, though, other than they're doing test flights and all that good stuff, and it looks like it'll probably be a good thing.
Scout 5420, SoCal approach.
More competition is always better.
Descend maintain 7,000, reaching 7,000, reduce speed to 210. Limburg altimeter 2991.
Was that me or him? I think that was for Ben. Okay. If he hasn't repeated it.
717 contact SoCal approach 124.35.
124.35, compass 717. 2435. 12. Nope. 4.35. And, oh God, I need San Diego weather. 1907. 7. 10 mile visibility scattered 1,300. Scattered 20,000. 22. Altimeter 291.
Contact SoCal approach 135.4.
Okay. SoCal approach compass 717. 12,000 with the Limburg weather.
Compass 717, SoCal approach, reduce speed to 210, and then descend via Lindy 4, arrival Limburg altimeter 2991.
210 on the speed, and then descend via the Lindy 4, arrival to 901 on the altimeter, compass 717. Okay, so 210
717,
knots.
expect localizer runway 27 approach.
Up to 717. Okay, 210 knots. We got the 210 knots going.
You appear to be turning southbound, your direct Mission Bay.
Bottom of Lindy is 5,000. But our next altitude restriction is going to be 8. We'll just punch that in for now. We got to wait for 210 knots, though. I think Ben and I are going to be pretty close coming in together here. We might get in ahead of him, though. A couple guys coming down. There's a 172 coming down to San Diego, but
Beach 45 Romeo, SoCal approach.
172 ain't gonna get down before we're down.
Visual approach runway 2, correction, ILS runway 26 left approach, the Ontario altimeter 29er, 89er, advise you have weather.
Okay, there's 210 on the speed, and then we'll go vertical speed and then down. So 8,000 or above crossing Barrett, 6,100 or above crossing Lucky, and then 5,000 or above crossing Lindy. Okay, so we'll go down. We'll just punch in 5,000 here. We should be okay with that. 5,000. And we're at 210 knots because that's what they told us to stay at. I think this is actually right about green dot speed too. I think it might be under the thing.
Beach 45 Romeo traffic, 11 o'clock, 3 miles west, correction, eastbound altitude in case 5,500, type unknown.
Cheesy Bingers, if you're having that problem, turn off frigates. There's a problem with Mr. X's KSAN that's being fixed in 10.5. But in the meantime, if you turn off frigates, you'll actually be able to fly out of San Diego. Thank you to Crazy Diamond, Crazy DMND, for finding that one out.
Pier 5, Bravo, my contact, SoCal approach 119.6.
Launch date will be this year. Green dot speed is FSO marker. Oh, okay, that's green dot speed here. Good to know. I thought that I actually saw a green dot earlier, but I could be incorrect. I've known to be incorrect a couple times.
505 Mike, SoCal approach, Limburg altimeter 29901.
Okay, so we need localizer 27 to come up here. Localizer 27 from Lindy is going to have us crossing Lindy above 5,000. And then down to Vidya at 4,000. Staying 4,000 until we get to O'Kane. We're going to tune into 110.9er, and we're going to plan to step ourselves down as we go in on a course of 275. In the event of a missed approach, we'll fly heading 275 to intercept the 255 off Mission Bay, and then go to SARGS to 2,500 feet.
King 5 Bravo Mike, expect visual approach runway 27, advise you have
so 110.9er down here. Oh. Put you there. Put you there.
SkyWest 5420, expect visual approach runway 27 unless you're requesting the localizer.
And what I want to have is VOR1 like that. So what that's going to do is that little blue line will move. Actually,
so it's 265 Papa Mike, SoCal departure, radar contact.
That little blue line will move once we picked up the localizer. Okay, so that is Barrett that we just crossed. Coming up next is Lucky above 6,100 feet, which we should be just fine for. Looks like we're going to have nice clear skies coming into San Diego today, which is good. That's nice. That's real nice. I'm not sure what the deal with this airport here is. Whatever scenery I've got loaded, I think this was a Chris Stewart special, it turned this whole area green. It happens. ESG Gaming, welcome back, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, from the outside the plane looks really good, and actually I think even from the inside it's not too bad. The Embraers as a whole are not great looking planes. Now I will say there are little things like gaps and whatnot that are unfortunate.
Skywest 5420, fly heading 090, vector for the approach, contact SoCal approach 124.35.
There are some gaps here and there. Okay. Anyway, we gotta start paying attention here. Gonna get busy here in a second, especially since I know there's some other traffic coming in, but I think he's going to end up being behind us. Yeah, he's gonna come in behind us for sure. Sorry, Ben. He'll get to call traffic, though.
SoCal approach, Skywest 5420, level 7000.
Yeah, there he is.
Skywest 5420, SoCal approach.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Ben Wells.
Approach runway 27, altimeter 2991.
Down to 5,000 and visual 27, Skywest 5420.
Okay. So he's flying the CRJ 200.
Skywest 5420, turn 5 degrees right.
Coming in from Santa Barbara.
5 degrees.
Now, if we don't get cleared for this, what happens after Lindy? I think after that, okay, so let's see here. What are we on? We're on the Barrett. Nope, we're on the Lindy arrival. Lindy 4. Nothing happens after Lindy. So we should get a clearance here. We should get a clearance here very, very soon. 27. Yeah, so I'm expecting us to get a clearance pretty soon. We'll drop one notch on the flaps now that we've leveled ourselves off here. Keep that angle, keep that nose down a little bit. That way we're not flying around like this. That'd be awfully inconvenient. Okay.
Scout 5 Papa Mike. Did you say you had the what? Scout 5 Papa Mike, that's perfect. You're 8 miles from Jerky. Maintain 2000 until established localizer. Cleared ILS runway 29 right approach.
Okay. Okay. We haven't been cleared for an approach yet.
Gauss 5420, turn right heading 120.
Right 120, 5420.
I think he forgot about us. SoCal approach, compass 717 has the airfield in sight.
Compass 717, clear visual approach runway 27.
Visual approach runway 27, compass 717. Okay, we need to get that speed back now.
Compass 717, you're not going to be making any turns, are you?
Negative.
Beach 45 Romeo, flighting 360. Then maintain 4,000.
Approach, we're going to do flaps full, 122. So let's just get that speed all the way back.
Scout 5420 traffic, 1 o'clock, 9 miles opposite direction, Embraer 170 at 5,000.
We're just going to go flaps full. We're not in a good configuration right now. Something happened there, and
5420 reduced speed to 180. Expect to turn to follow shortly.
Back to 180, and I'll expect that turn shortly for 420.
Okay, we'll go ahead and turn the autopilot off, take over. I don't know that we ever got a call to actually, like, I don't think we ever got cleared on the approach. So I called the runway because it's like it's clear that something wasn't happening. But hey, whatever, it happens. Anyway, gears down, 3 green.
5 Mike, you appear to be
Flaps are down.
turning, I'm not sure where you're turning, northeast bound or something like that. You were on a 270 heading for the ILS there. Where are you going?
I think he's got some traffic to contend with, so we'll let this one slide. Lights, 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 lights.
Scouts 5420 flying 180, and when able, follow the traffic, clear visual approach runway 27.
Okay, tower is going to be 18.3.
Right, 180, follow the traffic, clear visual 27, Scouts 5420.
Skyline 2144 Victor, so Cal approach, showing altimeter 2989er, and advise you have Fullerton, weather and approach request. Silver Wings 1050, contact downwind tower. It's at Lemon 12618.
Let's get our speed down here.
Beach 45 Romeo, flighting 260.
Get some speed brakes out. This is a stabilized approach, right, guys?
Compass 717, contact Limburg Tower 118.3.
18.3, Compass 717, take care.
Gear 5 Bravo Mike.
Limburg Tower, Compass 717, visual 27.
Compass 717, Lindbergh Tower, wind 1807, runway 27, clear to land.
Living runway 27, Compass 717. If this was the real world, we would have done a go around right now. Because we're still fast, we're still high. The speed brakes are back in, though. Excuse me. I've got a tickle in my throat, and that's not leaving me with warm fuzzies. Okay, final approach checklist. Gears down, 3 green, flaps are full. Lights are set. Runway's in sight, clearance has been received. And we're going to land.
1,000.
Thank you.
1,000.
Thank you again. This is the steep approach into Limburg. This is not charted. Rest assured, it's a real thing.
500.
Thank you.
400.
Your main tower, good afternoon. Silver Wings 1050, ILS 2081.
So wings 1050, downwind tower, runway 20, right, clear to land.
Minimum 200.
Landing.
John Wayne Tower, Cessna 398 Alpha Tango, would you like us to switch over to departure?
Number 8 Alpha Tango, negative, remain this frequency for now.
Remain this frequency, 8 Alpha Tango.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Alright, reverser's out. Decel. Find that center line somewhere. There is a center line there, rest assured.
Number 398 Alpha Tango, radar contact,
braking.
contact SoCal departure.
Over to departure, 8 Alpha
Alright,
Tango, good
reverser's
day.
in. Get our speed back here. Ladies and gentlemen, just like that. We made it!
Limburg Tower, skies 5420, visual 27.
Sky 5420, Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
I don't even know
27
where
clear
I'm
to land, skies
Where am I
5420.
at?
Compass 717, taxi parking via Bravo, good day.
Parking via Bravo, Compass 717. Take it easy. Okay, so that's done. Speed brakes in.
Bridge 45 Romeo, established 265.
Flaps up. Lights.
For 45 Romeo out here, tower, runway 26, left, clear to land.
Strobe off.
Clear land 26 left, 20 bridge 45 Romeo.
Yep, okay, that happened again too. Plane gets away from you a little bit when you're setting those lights. Yeah, okay. And bring that APU online too.
Tower November 515, Bravo Mike inbound for runway 27.
That guy's got a pilot
For
voice.
515 Bravo Mike, Lindbergh Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land 27, 5 Bravo Mike.
Alright. Come on over here next to this American. I don't know where Delta parks. We're going to say it's right here today.
Ground Tower, or Skyhawk 65.
You and you?
Tower 5.
Okay. Just park right here.
Good night.
Good day.
265 Mike, tower.
Turn them off. I don't have AutoGate installed right now, so you're not going to see him do anything. But we know we got to get real close. Real close. Say about right there. Okay. Good there. Let's go ahead and arm the parking brake. And engine 1 and engine 2 can both come off. And boom. And boom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Diego Lindbergh Airport. I want to go see Ben land. He should be... Oh, we missed the landing! We just missed the landing. We should have gone back and looked. Sorry, Ben. Put your speed brakes away. That's an HD CSL right there. Although it's not rendering... it's rendering the windows as transparent, but there's no texture on the inside of the model there. I don't think I ever noticed that before. That's kind of funny. All right, so let's pop off PilotEdge here. Sorry that we missed your landing, man. And toggle replay mode.
V1.
Okay. Look at the majestic sight there. This is one of my favorite views. I was trying to find the cause of some crashes, so I removed AutoGate along with like everything else. I just haven't put it back in yet. Compensating for a crosswind that didn't exist. I was on the center line just fine. And then I screwed it all up. Yeah, I started flaring way too early there. Side loaded that gear. Oh yeah. Mistakes were made, problems were had. Oh yeah, dude, I like I tried to do my little, like, there wasn't a lot of crab there, but I decrabbed the wrong damn way.
80 knots.
Because why not? I'm rusty, okay? Alright, one more. Let's watch all this happen.
80 knots. V1. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
They're using default wheel screech sounds. I hate those sounds. Back on the center line. Back on the center line. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a blast. Look at that. So yeah, I think it's a decent plane. I don't think it's all that bad. I like it. I'll be flying it some more. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. It's been fun. I hope that the EU folks enjoyed the EU-friendly time. And yeah, I had a lot of fun today. The next stream will definitely be a stream on Friday. I'm gonna see what else we've got going on. Squirrel is streaming. Good old cities. Who else is doing flight sims? Anybody? 2,900 people watching Flight Simulator. Who the hell's streaming? Who is that? Russian. Oh yeah, okay. I don't know. Go watch Sparks over at the Sky Lounge. That's who we're gonna go to. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Have a great afternoon. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you at some point next week. Toodles and all that good stuff. Let's get some tunage going here. Where's it at? Good night, guys. Thank you a ton. Or good afternoon, good morning. I don't know. Whatever time it happens to be, I'm all screwed up today.